What up, Jadu? How you doing? Yo, Jadu, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you pop over to YouTube and make sure my audio is not duplicated? I had an issue with the last stream. I didn't realize till the stream was actually over, but it was capturing my stream audio in the background. And so everything I was saying was essentially doubled on the YouTube version. So if you could take a look at that and let me know if that's fucked up right now or not. Vegernush, how you doing? Hey, what up, dude? How's it going? How's life? I'm gonna run some ads real quick before we drop the Discord notification. What up, Sade? I'm doing great. How are you? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm doing pretty good. I haven't had work since Wednesday, so it's been a long weekend for me, and feel well rested. It's been good, dude. It's been good. Now, Galahad, how you doing? Tragically, though, we do have to run some ads. I'm gonna run them that way. I can drop the Discord notification, and we can jump into the stream with everybody in here. I just don't want everybody to watch the ads in the first hour or so. So I'm gonna run them now, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Unless you're subbed, then I guess I'll just see you now. But BRB. Or maybe you're in like a non-ad region, in which case I guess you're untouched because they're running now. So. No worries. Vegernush, did you go by something else or were you always Vegernush? Yo, Glacier Pops, how are ya? I forgot I made you a mod, dude. That's so weird. I meant to undo that, I think, at the end of stream. Or maybe not. I have no idea. Sounds a little loud compared to Twitch. Sounds a little loud. I mean, it's both coming from the same audio source. So it's probably just likely that, you know what, Glacier Pops? You can stay a mod on YouTube. I'm sure there's not much damage you can do over there as a mod, so I trust in you. I've got faith. Congratulations. What was I going to say? Yeah, Jadu, there's not a lot I can really do, because it's the same audio source, just broadcast to YouTube and Twitch, so there shouldn't be any audio differences. If I lower the audio for my mic coming out on YouTube, it'll lower it on Twitch also. So I would just recommend you just lower the volume. Unless you're saying that my music or something is too loud on YouTube, in which case I can lower that. Are you saying the music's too loud on YouTube? But yeah, Glacier Pops, how you doing, dude? Didn't catch you last stream. How's life? We're continuing with the pirate theme. I just kind of want to do 4 or 5 of them. I want to do a little lineup. I don't hear any music. You should. Let me see. Is it just really low? Is that possible? What if I turn it up? Now do you hear it? Anyways, I'm gonna check how long we have on the ads. 1 minute left, and then I'm gonna drop the Discord notification. You should hear it. Yeah, now I do. Okay, it was probably just too low. Yeah, I had surgery. Oh shit, dude, you good, dog? Did you mention it last time? I feel like you did. Somebody was talking about surgery not too long ago. Yeah, I did. What was it? Don't answer me. Was it a tumor? Is that what it was? I can't remember what kind of surgery you were having. I hope it wasn't a tumor. To be honest, I prefer it here. It was. Okay. Was it in your head? Base Twitch enjoyer, Jadu. Neonioshi, damn, we got a stacked YouTube chat right now. What the hell is going on? You guys are making me blush. Everybody's showing up. How was your Christmas, guys? What'd Santa bring you guys? Did Santa bring you anything good? Here, let me drop the Discord notification. Now everybody knows that I'm live on Discord. I got results back and I'm all good. Bro, it's a Christmas miracle. Amen, brother. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. I dig it, dude. Congrats. Did you have a big celebratory meal post-surgery? I've had a lot of surgeries in my life. I don't think I've ever actually talked about it on stream, but I've had a lot of surgery. I've had breast implants, obviously. I've had, penis reduction was another one. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I haven't had breast implants or a penis reduction, but I have had, I've had my adenoids removed. I had strabismus when I was a kid. I mean, I still have it, but it's not like noticeable anymore. So I had like eye realignment surgery twice. Once when I was 10 and again when I was 16. I have a prosthetic tooth because I knocked mine out when I was like fucking playing in the ice when I was a kid. I was like 9. I think it was like the first year I had my front teeth and knocked that shit out of my face. Brutal. What other surgeries have I had? Wisdom teeth, does that count? I don't know. What else? Damn, really enjoying that free Canadian healthcare. Yeah, it's just like going to the mechanics, dude. Just getting a tune-up every couple of years. I know I've had another one. Oh, I had my appendix removed. That's what it was. So I think, what is it, 4? 2 eye surgeries. Wisdom teeth, I'm gonna count that. That's 3. Adenoids removed 4, and then appendix removed 5. That's all my surgeries. I'm like 10 pounds lighter from all the shit they removed from my body. Mythically Malaki, yo, what up, dude? NFT, another breast implant? What, you got them too? I didn't even know you could do surgery on a mouse. Dude, mice are like the most experimented on creatures on planet Earth. They've solved like basically every like mouse disease known to man. We just can't transfer it to humans for some reason. But it is really funny. Like, in theory, it feels like mice are the most set up species on planet Earth to have like a fucking perfect utopia. Because we've done so much experimentation on them. It's basically been like World War II, like Nazi experiments on mice forever. And we know everything. We know a lot about mice. And so I feel like if ever there was like a species of mice that wanted to become sentient, they would have no diseases. Because we know everything. I'm just super tired all the time right now. I had an Xmas dinner, but the hospital pudding was so good when I woke up. That is like the most rare take I've ever heard. Somebody actually enjoying hospital food. I quite enjoy being in the hospital. Not for being injured or anything, but it makes me feel like a little princess, having everybody checking on me and like bring me like foods. I don't know. It's like you got like a full staff of butlers and stuff. I don't know. That's sort of how it's always been for me, but maybe that Canadian healthcare just hits different. Nail Meep, how you doing, big dog? Welcome in. Neil Meep, I should say. All right, Snack. I just joined in. The first word I hear is penis. That's right. That'll be the first word you hear in the new year too. Damn, really enjoying that freaking Canadian healthcare. KitKat, yo, what up, dog? I see you in Beach Chat all the time. Do you speak Polish, KitKat? Dave, what up, Dave? Can't stay long. I don't even know how I'm still awake, to be honest. What time is it for you? Do you even show up on weekday streams normally? I feel like you're a weekend guy, you know? Saturday, Sunday boy. I demolished like three cups till the nurse took it. Damn, bro, eating all the pudding in the fucking building. Crazy. Leave some for the elderly. Damn. It's almost midnight? Ah, that's early, dude. That's early. I have no idea what I'm doing for the pants here, by the way. I was kind of going for like some sort of like bardic twink with this guy. I think I got kind of the twink part down. He looks kind of a little too masculine, though. Pyrogen Art, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, big dog. Welcome in. Jedu says, I mean, strictly speaking, we could also have that information for people. The Japanese did a series of incredibly fucked up experiments on the Chinese during World War II, but it was so fucked that when they found out they were going to lose the war, they basically burned all the information and killed basically all the people that were there so no one would know what they did. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's probably a lot of lost information from the insane, unethical shit that happened during World War II. But what I'm saying is, like, we've been experimenting on mice for like 100 years, like doing the craziest shit on them. I feel like the stuff we know about mice is like on another level. Anyway, maybe that's not the case, but that's just my intuition. Brother Snack, Verbrother, how you doing? What up, Verbanter? Hey yo, 15 streak? Crazy, Mythically Malaki. On a 15 stream streak. That's insane. Jadu, what are you at now? I feel like you're here literally every stream. The day you miss your streak, that's gonna suck. Last time I checked, you were at like 30. Which is crazy, by the way. Also, YouTube chat. I don't know if there's a way to track streams, or if I can actually... I wonder, does anybody know if there's some bot integration I can do on YouTube? So that my YouTube chatters don't live in poverty while they watch all my first class, like, Twitch chatters just reap all of the bots and shit. Nightbot? You can add Nightbot on YouTube chat? For real? Shit, I should look into that. Is that new? Or has that always been a thing? I'm at 32 right now? Damn. I use it on my streams and they love it? Oh, hell yeah. You're a streamer? Damn. A fellow streamer on YouTube. Yeah? Do you stream on Twitch at all, or just YouTube, Glacier Pops? I'm strict on my sleep schedule these days, so it's late for me. I feel you, dude. I've been trying to get my sleep shit back together. Actually, I have gotten my sleep shit back together. So I can relate. I will say, guys, not working these last couple days, normally it's awesome, but it's been incredibly boring. When I took time off not too long ago, it fucking ruled. But this time, having a few days off, I was like really bored the last couple days. So bored even, that I did the unthinkable and I started gaming again. I've been playing Hades for the past like 2 days. And I like it. I think it's sick. I got better stuff to do. Yeah, like not watching me and not learning and not doing your homework, NFT. I see how it is. I'm playing Minecraft right now, mostly YouTube. Okay. What do you do in Minecraft? I haven't played Minecraft in a fucking hot minute, dude. I used to host like a server way back in the day. But this was back when like servers were you guys know what port forwarding is? It's kind of like the millennial equivalent of like paying for a server like hosting service. But you had to do it like manually on your computer, and you couldn't turn your computer off while people were on your server because it would just like boot them. And I used to do that back in the day, and I hosted like a Minecraft server with my boys. It was like a modded one. Why does this guy's face feel weird? I feel like it's too wide, you know? There's something odd about it. What if I gave him like mutton chops? He kind of loses like the twink look, you know? We don't want that. That's so funny, because you definitely made the argument that if you had no work to do, you'd happily do nothing. I know I did. And that's what it made me, you know, it's funny. It made me think of that the second I got bored. But the thing is, I just started gaming. I would go for walks and shit, but it's cold as fuck right now, so. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I still think I would prefer to not work. I would rather have this problem than be working every day. I would, you know, because I could always just get a job. But just got a server for friends and streaming videos? Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I haven't, do you play with mods? Glacier Pops? I feel like I haven't played in a minute. I'm just gonna stick to the hair I had before. Symphony, how you doing? Hi, what up? How's it going, Symphony? I still make the case that people would rather just be doing work that's more fulfilling than no work at all. You would think that, but I mean, I don't know what's fulfilling to me. The one thing I will say is when I start getting bored like that, the second I start drawing, that boredom goes away real quick. I'm kind of pissed though. I fucked up my pen drawing streak. I was on like a 7-day drawing streak of drawing hands with pen in my sketchbook, and I totally forgot on Christmas. Doing great. I love your art. By the way, I'm an artist too. Hell yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure everybody here in some way is like an artist, or at least trying to improve. A lot of people tend to join and do like co-work and stuff like that. So you'll see like a lot of people join chat and just start drawing along or doing their own thing, you know? So you're more than welcome to do that, Symphony, or you can talk shit. Everybody else will kind of just talk shit about random stuff. But... Glacier Pops on YouTube says, I usually do, referring to using mods, but trying vanilla for now. It's also cheaper. Oh, okay. Yeah, Artists United. See? Neoni Yoshi on YouTube. You drawing right now? Or are you slacking? I don't want any slackers in chat, dude. Grind away. I feel like it's fair to have Christmas off. It's annoying, though, because the way I've been structuring and formatting my sketchbook is I would draw the next day's date in the sketchbook in pen before the date actually happened to, like, ensure, to give myself less of an out. Because aesthetically, it just looks bad to have, like, a missing day or whatever. But the issue is, now there's just a Christmas date with no drawings below it. It pisses me off. It hurts my, like, OCD, you know? And I don't want to cheat it and draw under it. Playing Minecraft is not slacking, that's true. It's like modern day engineering. My bad. My bad, Glacier Pops. But then again, I've also been drawing every day because of the Secret Santa thing. Oh yeah, oh yeah! I've been asked by my mods to give you guys a reminder. But we are doing a Secret Santa. If you haven't registered, it's too late, unfortunately. Okay? But this is a reminder to those who have registered to do your drawings. We're gonna go over them after the new year on stream. We've set up a little private channel that I'll skim through when we get to showing off the artwork. Fuck, I need to do mine for another server? Shit. Damn, dog. Don't forget. This is your reminder. I drew something that wasn't a stick figure for the first time? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Drawing an OC? Technically, I guess. All these characters are just kind of original characters. They're not for anything, though. Symphony, you triggered, like, my magic words. Every time somebody asks me if I'm drawing an OC, I always, like, usually break out into a rant about what I think an OC is. And now I feel bad doing it again, because I feel like I've done it, like, every stream for the last, like... For the last while, anyways. Oh, by the way, guys, I turned down my gain on my mic. My mic's also pointing the wrong way, so my audio's probably been a little fucked up, but... What do you think an OC is? I think an OC is a character that deserves a lot more than just being a random sketch. You know what I mean? Like, to me, these aren't, like, OCs, because they're not part of, like, a world. You know what? The more of these guys I draw, actually, the closer they get to OCs. I picture, like, OC... and just, like, doodle and sketch to be, like, a spectrum. Where an OC is, like, the more elements of story you add to a character, like, maybe you give him lore, right? Maybe you give him a name, right? Maybe you give him a world he lives in. The more of these things you do, the closer you get to actually creating an OC. Whereas, like, if you're just doing a character, like, if I just draw, like, a head or whatever with, like, a guy, that's not, to me, that's just, like, a sketch, you know? And so, to me, these guys, for now anyways, are still closer to, like, sketch territory. Sketch. Right? So that's sort of how I perceive OCs. So whenever people ask me if I'm drawing an OC, I feel like an OC deserves more respect than some of the respect I treat my characters with, you know? That's sort of my take. That's my based opinion on OCs. And so whenever I see somebody draw a random fucking thing on the internet and they're like, look at my OC, it triggers me, okay? I snap, dude. We're listening to Haggard, Herm Manneling. What is this? Is this my playlist, or did one of you guys queue this up? I know one of you guys queued this up. This is not my playlist. I'm doing an animation and a full page, says Glacier Pops over on YouTube. Oh yeah, dude? Well, you should post it in the Discord when you're done. I'd love to see it. I'm not getting a lot of drawing done today. I could tell we're yapping today. Today's gonna be a lot of yapping. I don't know why I use dick rating. I was meant to use dick rating because the other one's weird. Is it? You have a Discord? I do. I do have a Discord. I'll drop the Discord link here. On that note, guys, I gotta say this. Every time I'm triggered to talk about the Discord, why isn't that working? Did I misspell it? Discord. Come on, bitch. There we go. Every time we mention the Discord, I get like triggered into going into my little spiel about the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I would highly recommend what you do is you go into the rules section and you toggle on the live notifications role. It gives you a special role so you can know when I'm live. That way people don't have to mute the server. They could just turn off the role, right? And it makes it so that they don't have to worry. They can use the server normally. That gets spammed with live notifications. And then the other thing that we do is we have a critiques channel. And whenever people post in that critiques channel, I go over their work live on stream for free. It's crazy. I'm the non-binary deity of passive-aggressive DILFs. I feel like if you're a DILF, are you non-binary? I don't know, dude. You tell me, alright? I'm the boomer here. I don't know any of this shit. If you say so, I'll nod my head and say okay. But I feel like DILF identifies as dad, right? So, like, if you're identifying as a DILF, I guess, can you be a non-binary dad? I will say, of all the LGBT stuff, the non-binary stuff is the one I struggle with the most. It's the one I really don't understand as a elder millennial. Just kidding. I kind of get it. I don't really get it though. But y'all can educate me. I'm not a DILF myself, I'm just their god. Just like a god to hot dads. That's a cool god to be. Slay, honestly, all hail or whatever you're supposed to say. What is an appropriate, like, prayer to a non-binary god? Too much headache in LGBTQ, to be honest? Is that so? Okay. I don't know what kind of pants I want to give this guy. I know I want to give him, like, a specific stance. I want him to look sort of like... He's too stiff right now. That's sort of my issue. He looks very, very, very stiff. And I gotta figure out how to lean him out a little bit. HDMZ. How you doing, big dog? And by lean him out, I mean literally just, like, tilt him, like, lean him. I don't mean, like, make him drink cough syrup. Just tilt him like this. Oh, my arms are on a different layer. You know what? We're gonna leave him there. And then we're gonna take the head. See if we can rotate it the other way. To be honest, I don't really know why people feel the need to explain their sexuality anyways. It's none of my business or anyone else's to explain. In fact, why can't you just constantly change it? I mean, you technically, I guess you could. I don't know, like my understanding is, like, a lot of people, especially LGBT people, are really transparent about it because historically there was just, like, not as accepting. So, like, the ability to talk about it sort of, like, demystifies or, like, destigmatizes a lot of these things when you sort of recognize how prevalent it is. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And I think there's a reason why, you know, a lot of people in the LGBT community feel strongly about identifying with their identities. And I respect that. And I think that's based as fuck. Anyways. That being said, I'm a straight dude. So as a straight dude, as I identify as a straight dude, there's a lot of it I don't fully understand, but it's not really for me. I don't personally care that much anyway. So I'm pretty neutral on everything. More women's for us. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why, to me, guys, lesbians are the enemy. Okay? Because I have to compete with them. I don't want to. I can't compete with women, dude. Women are too beautiful. How am I supposed to? How am I, as a straight white man, supposed to have any shot with a woman if I gotta compete with another woman? It ain't gonna happen. So lesbians are my enemy. All right. Gays, though, you take more fellas off the dating market. So I'm all for the gays. I'm team gay. The neck just feels like it's too like masculine, I feel like. I really want this guy to look like real Twinkie. Like he's kind of like, I'm going for like the sort of like Bardic slim look. Zaza Redeem, speak French for 1 minute. Okay, we're gonna speak French starting now. Tu veux-tu me donner un sujet? J'ai pas vraiment grand chose à dire. Sors ton accent français sexy. Oh ouais, tu trouves que quand je parle en français c'est sexy? Ça t'amuse de m'entendre parler en français, c'est ça? Je suis comme ton petit clown. Snack est en train de se faire payer par une femme gay. Explain ça en français. Ben ça me tente pas d'expliquer comme je veux pas vraiment vous présenter avec l'imagerie de me faire enculer par une femme, mais comme c'est ça que t'es en train de dire en ce moment, c'est ça que tu veux entendre. Donc honnêtement, c'est pas un sujet que j'ai comme vraiment exploré trop régulièrement. Donc j'ai pas grand chose à ajouter au sujet de se faire enculer par une femme avec un pénis en plastique. Donc je sais pas, man. C'est vraiment difficile à parler en français quand il y a personne qui me parle en français, parce que si je vous parle en français, je vais juste dire la même chose over and over and over, and I think it's been about a minute, so we're gonna switch back to English. But there's your little sample. Glacier Pops on YouTube says, you're a furry? That could help or hinder for some. I'm not a furry, Glacier Pops. That's a what's the word I'm looking for, dude? I'm looking for... What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? The misunderstanding. It's not the word I'm looking for, but it's just not, it's not 100% accurate. I LARP as a furry on the internet for clout, but that's about it. Says the mouse PNG tuber. Look, man, just because you're a mouse doesn't mean you're a furry, okay? They're not, like, exclusive to each other. Pas de problème, je parle aussi français, mais votre prononciation. Mais je suis canadien, je viens pas de la France, donc on parle en français un peu plus différemment que les Français de la France. Donc, moque-toi pas de mon accent, sinon je vais pleurer. Tu me feras de la peine. I've never actually heard you stutter so many times in French. I think well, he asked me to describe what it's like to get pegged by a woman in French. Actually, you were the one who asked me to describe that. And I was really trying to... I was struggling to go through... Like, I don't know what the word pegging is in French. Je suis algérien? Nice, dude. Nice, nice. Je regrette, j'ai 4 ans d'études français, mais je ne sais pas quoi vous parler. Je ne sais pas de quoi vous parlez. Ouais, on parlait pas de grand-chose en particulier. We were just saying nonsense, dude, so you don't have to worry about it, Champion Bob. We weren't saying anything too unique. Chat just does it's a redeem on Twitch to get me to speak French for a minute. Chat loves it. And then they watch me stutter and struggle to, like, say insane shit. Oh, to be fair, what I asked was explain if being pegged by a woman is gay. Oh, I misread your sentence. Dude, this song is too long, okay? I'm skipping it. This song is way too long. No 8-minute song. Sorry, guys. Next. I was like, bro, this song just won't end. And I'm pretty sure somebody just queued it twice. Or am I tripping? Oh no, it's just the same artist twice. Got it. It's fine. NFT, you know the rules. Why you been playing with 8-minute songs, dog? Anyways, there's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys for a few minutes. Hope you guys have fun and good night. Good night, big dog. I appreciate you coming out and making me speak French. It's not like I cue the song once a month anyways. NFT, your absence in my chat Doesn't excuse you from not knowing the rules. You've been here for like 2 years, bro. You know that you know no songs over 7 minutes. I don't even know why I let them. Even 7 minutes is long as fuck. I should say like no songs over like 4 minutes. Glacier Pops says we're hearing war/horror music. Very odd vibes. Yeah, so Glacier Pops, one thing to note, if you guys are on YouTube chat, like Champion Bob, Neonyoshi, Glacier Pops, you guys aren't listening to the same music Twitch is listening to. Twitch is listening to Spotify. So whatever I'm listening to right now, Twitch can hear. But on YouTube, the copyright system is a lot stronger, and so they'll flag me instantly. So I can't do that, unfortunately. There's no world where I can stream Spotify to YouTube, because my entire VOD is basically going to get muted, which is no bueno, okay? So that's why you're not hearing the same thing as everybody on YouTube or on Twitch. They just gotta draw on the same layer here. I had no idea you could have 2 audio streams on different platforms. You can. It's kind of a pain in the ass to set up. Hey, by the way, I struggled with head turns ever since I switched to digital. How can I animate it with consistency and same size? It's really going to depend on the animation. What I would do, if you're just doing like a basic head turn, you've got your key pose 1 here, where let's say your character's like facing in this direction, right? So they're facing this way. And then you want them to turn this way. Well, what I would do is I would add a breakdown here where you just add a little bit of squash, depending on how fast the movement is, okay? If there's a lot of movement between these two, like if they're moving in a large space, you would add more squash. If it's less space, you could keep the squash fairly minimal, okay? But add a little bit of squash. Have like sort of an in-between pose here. And have it drop on an arc like this. And then settle it in with 1 or 2 in-betweens. So maybe 1 or 2 more drawings here. And then maybe, like if this is a drawing. This is a breakdown. This is a key. I should have said this is a key, because that is a key. You'd have maybe 1 slowing up from there. Maybe another one here. Maybe. Depending on the pacing of your drawing or whatever. But that's sort of the timing I would use for a head turn. Oh, head turns, really nostalgic for me. I'm surprised you're not studying them in school. I kind of want his arm to sort of I wanted to give him like a sword. I was gonna do it on this side, but I don't know if that's the move. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Fuck off. But that's what I would do. And that should give you a pretty decent head turn. If you're just doing a turnaround, I put a set of lines on different layers. I think he's talking about a head turn specifically, not a turnaround. Which one of you guys queued this shit up? Jadu? Jadu, what are you doing to me, dude? Torrent users? Size problem, though, and consistency. Like, I find myself changing the design a bit. That's probably because do you draw straight ahead or do you draw pose to pose? Because that'll make a huge difference. And if you don't know the difference, straight ahead is basically when you start drawing, you draw the first drawing, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one, in that specific order, okay? That's called straight ahead. Whereas if you do pose to pose, you would go the first drawing and the last drawing. And then what you do is you would draw the middle drawing after that. And then you would draw the in-betweens. Pose to pose is better if you want to maintain volume and proportions. Straight ahead is better for organic movement, things like fire, gas, water, whatever. But if you're trying to maintain structure of your character, you want to use pose to pose, for the most part. Now, you can use a mix of both. It's not one or the other. They each have their uses. You can test out spacing and movement and all that stuff with straight ahead, but when it comes to actually tying down your poses, I would really recommend doing pose to pose. So this is straight ahead. Pose. To pose. Oh, okay, that'll help. Yeah, exactly. And for context, my background was I worked professionally in animation, so this is the way that it is done in studios. Also, what you can do, if you ever struggle, the middle pose here, you can actually have it favor one side more than the other. You can hide big movement changes in fast spacing. So the larger the distance between your two drawings, the more drastically you can change the pose. So if you're trying to change an expression, it's a good idea to change that expression where there's the largest movement between drawings, or largest spacing between drawings. Honestly, now that I think about it, more time than not, I animate straight ahead, and then I'll in between that if it feels like it's missing a bit, so I guess it's both. It's a bit of both, but in general, if you want to really maintain structure, it's gonna help to do pose to pose. I'm trying to think of like how to have this arm out. He looks so stiff right now. I'm just gonna wipe his entire body. I had sort of like a little rough. That was the initial. I don't really like that though. Oops. You really tried to rip off my straight aheading habit and it worked. I do a mix of both. I'm terrible at putting shit on model though, so you know. See, this looks a little bit better. It's just still kind of boring as far as like gesture goes. I draw amazing in traditional and crappy in digital. Don't ask me how. I know how, because I was the same. So the big reason your artwork looks better typically traditionally over digitally is because there's more texture. You get texture from the paper, so a lot of mistakes are sort of, they still feel better because of that texture from the paper and the material you're using, like whether it's graphite pencil, colored pencil, whatever. If you're an animator, it's probably like some sort of like colored pencil or something. But yeah, the paper adds a lot of texture, whereas digital doesn't have texture. So if you fuck up your drawing, it's going to be a lot more obvious than if you fuck it up on paper. Saturday! Hey, it's not Saturday. Is it Saturday? Dude, don't tell me that. It's Friday. But yeah, Champion Bob, to go back to what you were saying, there's like a way to set up different audio channels. It is kind of annoying though, I will say. Like the issue is I have to set up my audio in a way where I stream it to a different channel every single time I go live, and it's a bit of setup. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's gonna be Saturday in 1 hour for me? Dude, you gotta stop living in the future, dog. Here in Canada, it's like 6 p.m., so... I feel like this guy's proportions are a little weird. Let me shrink him a bit. Yeah, fuck. Isn't this the song from that Wolf commercial? I think it is. What up, Avail? How you doing? Europe gang? It's been 6 minutes since it became Saturday in Algeria. Living in the future, dog. Message from the future, you're about to forget that you're gay? Nuh-uh. I know I'm gay. It's alright, halfway into the Saturday for me in the future. Damn. We got somebody living in some sort of Asian country, if you're that far in the future. I'm quite fond of it. By the way, guys, I'm pretty good at identifying time zones, so you will dox yourself if you tell me what time it is. Do a jiggle? Oh, shit, Damon. You know a jiggle. You know a jiggling. These are cool drawings. Thanks, dude. Champion Bob on YouTube says, I know there's a virtual cables program and whatnot, but what do you need to be running 2 OBSs or something? No, just 1 OBS. So what I do is in OBS, I set up an audio capture of YouTube, okay? And then the music you're hearing on my YouTube is captured from YouTube. And then I just make sure that my stream has its audio off, otherwise it'll echo. And it did that last stream, I forgot to turn it off, and so I had an echo my whole stream. Really, really disappointing. Oh no, I'm in a time zone that encompasses 60 countries? I mean, that's a lot of time zones. Time zones are basically vertical slits on the planet. So if you're like really, really south of like a country, you'll have the same time zone. Like a lot of people in Canada have the same time zone as people in like Brazil or whatever, you know? $2 a.m., no way you can guess where I'm from? I'm gonna guess Turkey. But I'm only saying that because it's the last thing I ate. Nobody told you, question mark? Told me what? What'd they tell me? That reminds me, how was your Christmas, dude? It was pretty good. It was alright. It was alright. I find Christmas kind of exhausting, to be honest, just because I have to go to so many things and, like, family events and whatnot, and it's kind of tiring, to be quite honest. I'm just not a big social guy. And so the holidays, you know, I get time off from work, or I take time off from work, I should say. But it gets like, annoying, because I also have to go out and do shit. Otherwise, it was good, though. I got a book on composition, which I asked for, so that's nice. So I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be reading that a little bit. Dude, this post sucks. This guy's so boring. No Christmas for Muslims. Hey, that's life, baby. That's life. What do you guys got? You guys got, what do you say, Eid Mubarak or whatever? That's all I know. All I know is during Ramadan, every fucking McDonald's, when the sun goes down, is packed with Muslims. That's the extent of my knowledge. That's not true. I know a lot more, but it's just funny. It's funny to pretend I'm a himbo sometimes, I think. We got Eid. Nice. To be honest, Christmas Eve and Christmas were pretty exhausting for me. I just had non-stop calls because of my birthday, immediately followed by Christmas. Oh no, you're a Christmas baby? Shit. That sucks. Do they jumble up your birthday presents together? I think we've talked about this. France has like 12 time zones or something? Maybe. It might be in a couple different zones. I mean, Canada has several, because it's a big-ass country. I watched Game of Thrones for Christmas. I'd never seen it. Really? It starts off pretty good, I'll say that. Yeah, I'm merging these layers. I feel like I should have done the body before I did the, face. Because I just feel like I don't really like the body. I don't hate the head. I just don't want it to be so boring, you know? It's so stiff right now. It's also going to be really difficult for me to draw while I'm yapping, but we'll try. I watched 3 episodes. Well, those 3 episodes are probably very good. It starts off really good. I don't know why I keep trying to make it. I bring his arm out like that. It's just so bland. Okay, I gotta look up reference on pose here. Let me find something. Let me browse Pinterest real quick so I can stop guessing. I'm trying to rely on reference a lot more these days. Let's do something interesting. Interesting. I don't want like just a generic pose of him standing there. I want something a bit more fun. So let's see what I can find. We're gonna go with the medieval clothing look for sure. Or I guess like pirate clothes or whatever. I do like this pose. Especially since I said I was gonna make him like Twinkie. We're gonna go with this pose. There you go. That's my solution for now. What do we got? I'm missing a lot of messages. Ramadan seems pretty dope though. Not the fasting, but the celebration bit. I mean, yeah, any celebration's dope. Not eating or drinking water for a month fucking sucks, though, I bet. Nah, it's exhausting. Yeah, every Muslim I know hates it. They like the celebration part, but they hate the sort of not eating or drinking part. The drinking part, from what I hear, is the hardest, because it's like you're just so thirsty, you know? I like it. NFT, no you don't. Don't lie to me. Lying's haram, dude. Don't lie to me. I do, uh-huh. Sure, whatever, man. Like, socially exhausting or exhausting because you're stuffing enough food in your body to refill from all the fasting? I think it's the just no drinking that's really rough, you know? Is it Charlotteburg time yet? I don't know what you're talking about. Have you looked at the pictures of the composition book? I have not. I got it yesterday. So I haven't taken a look at it yet. I've been too busy gaming because I'm a gamer boy now, guys. I'm a true VTuber. I got my big mouse titties, I got my big titties, and now I play video games. Soon enough, I'm basically an anime babe. All right, I'm gonna start dropping some ooh-woos on you guys in no time. Okay, well this is not a girl, so I can't make him like fucking have a giant chest. But I can give him sort of like a guy build here. Fasting's cool, I look forward to it. Uh-huh. I don't know how you go that long without drinking. I'd wake up in the middle of the night every night to chug so much water. Wait, you asked me a question on spaced repetition. I remember skimming it, but I didn't. By the way, Snack, you spoke about spaced repetition and the process of learning. Does this also apply if you're trying to learn like a ton of different subjects at the same time? I would say stick to 1 or 2 things. I really think like if let's say one day I draw, let's say I'm practicing hands. Okay, I want to get good at drawing hands. If the next day I immediately start drawing feet, And then the day after that, I immediately start drawing, I don't know, fucking whatever. Insert whatever other anatomical bit you could potentially draw. Heads, okay? Torsos, legs, arms, whatever. But I'm not focusing on hands. It defies the purpose of spaced repetition. Because, like, you want to actually dedicate, I would say, like, do, like, the same sort of hand drawing several times for, like, a week or something like that. And then switch to something else. And then come back to that after, like, another week. That same drawing or whatever. You're making sure that you're, like, memorizing this shit. What do you play? Lately, I've been playing Hades. That's what I've been playing. I just kind of want a game that's not going to take a lot of time. Because I'm not a huge gamer. And I want it to be done by the end of the weekend, basically. Wait, it was delivered on Christmas? Who the fuck was out doing delivery on Christmas? No one was doing delivery on Christmas. Santa brought it to me, dude. It was under the tree. I couldn't make... Santa showed up on Christmas. He's the one who delivered, not fucking Amazon. Me go to sleep. Good night, bro. Good night, big dog. Have a good night, Symphony. I appreciate you coming in. Take care, alright? Gonna have a collab with GamerSupps for a cup and stuff next or what? Dude, if GamerSupps is watching and you want to fucking sponsor my ass, do it. We'll get piss flavored GamerSupps for chat. It won't taste like piss. It'll taste delicious, but I'll call it piss flavor because it's like my brand. Water bottle. What up, water bottle? How you doing, big dog? You're wrong. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Are you playing Hades 1 or 2? 1. I've heard 2's better, though. Are you doing the Nectar grind? Also, how consistent in making it to the top? How consistent? Are you talking about Hades? I don't know what the Nectar grind is. The Nectar grind. And I don't know what you mean by making it to the top. You mean like making it to the top of Olympus or whatever? I would like to do that. This poses too much. Amazon has ground through so many employees that they have to employ mythical beings. Santa would be a fantastic Amazon delivery driver, I'm just saying. I bet you're a spear-chucking scrub. I don't actually use my spear special. Is the spear special good? I use the spear. I don't like the special, though. The special's kind of meh for me. I do use the spear, and then I always combo it with the fucking Zeus, like, buff, so I can electrocute everybody. Oh, he hasn't done it yet. I guess not. I beat the bone fucking Hydra. That's the most recent thing, and then I keep getting fucked up by the Minotaur. Bet Skelly's still alive too. Alright, I'm gonna be straight up. If you guys spoil this game for me, I'm banning you, okay? This is your warning. What game is this? Hades. I worked for Amazon, can't confirm. Oh yeah? What'd you do? Have you ever had to piss in a bottle at any point in time? That's all I know about Amazon drivers, is they're basically like modern slaves, and they have to pee in like water bottles, and they're treated like shit. It's terrible from what I hear. Would you ban me too? Yes, NFT, I would ban you too. This isn't a Damon thing. This is a if you spoil. I probably won't ban you, I'll time you out. I take that back. I will time your ass out if you spoil. But I will time your ass out for several streams, like the entire weekend. It has floating Medusa head. That's what I call your mom. But, you know. That's just our special thing. Don't know anything about it? Good. It's better that way. I've also worked for Amazon, but I worked for Amazon Fresh, which is like their store variant that they pretended you could just pick stuff up and walk out, but lied, which I find so funny. That one must have like absolutely like gone horrible. I feel like people would just be stealing from that shit all the time. It's very, very high risk to do that in like a low trust society. Nas in the warehouse, Bezos himself hunts you down if you take a break. Working in an Amazon warehouse, you ever seen that South Park episode where like Butters' dad works for Amazon? That's what I picture your life like. Is that accurate? Hey Sade, what up Shozy? What up Sade? I mean, I already said hi to Sade. I gave up the last boss, I think. That's like me at every other game, usually. You're getting a 16 ton for that reference? A 16 ton. 16 ton of gifted subs? Is that what you're talking about? I'll take it. I'm just gonna draw this guy's torso, and then we'll figure out the rest later. You chose the one episode I haven't seen? Oh no. You gotta watch it, dude. South Park been killing it. For years. The claim was that they would just charge it to your Amazon account, but we had a couple instances where people stole a bunch of stuff. In fact, one of my coworkers regularly stole a ton of food by using his ID to get in instead of scanning the regular way, like customers. But like, the guy was pretty cool, and Amazon treated us like mindless robots, so fuck him. Look, man, I'm not gonna berate you about stealing from Amazon. You probably shouldn't steal, but you know, I ain't no snitch for this, anyways. I am a massive Karen normally, but I don't really give a fuck. Those poses are sick. I want to steal them. Well, I'm just stealing them from reference. Actually, sort of. This one is like a mix of different poses. I think I used a specific pose for his leg. I used a different pose for his jacket. The arm I just kind of did from imagination. I stole his face from something. I stole the top of his hair from something. I can't remember. I stole this part of his jacket from something. There's basically 5 or 6 different references in here. So that's the trick, dude. And this guy, I'm stealing this guy's pose from this. And then I'll give him clothes later. So feel free to steal it. I did. This pose was also stolen from something. Sort of. Kind of. It was more inspired, I guess. I mean, a lot of these are mostly just inspired, but... The Addo was infected, has infected the mouse brain. Damon, I can't tell if you're spoiling things for me. And the second I can tell, you're getting timed out. Glad to hear, Mang. Hope you had a nice Christmas. To be fair, art typically is a mishmash of stuff you saw, so technically we are all right. AI. I am, yeah, that's it. By the way, I'll tell you guys after stream, I'll tell you guys what prompts I use to get these drawings, okay? We'll share our little secrets. Everything I do is AI generated. Everyone knows here. Everyone knows that here. Picking up a pencil's for suckers, dude. I don't want to waste my time, you know? I don't like that. And if it looks like I'm drawing right now, I'm not. It's just it's Sora. Sora AI. I just have it refreshing over and over. Prompting a live stream in real time, he's gone too far. Not far enough, dude. I gotta figure out how to make my PNG tuber in AI, too. Please share your prompts so I can be Cat Snack, too. Blue line art. Realistic anime aesthetic. Medieval Victorian era. Big titties. Art station. Hot girl, sexy man, twink. Trunks from Dragon Ball Z hairline. Or hairstyle, I should say. See, this song is in that South Park episode, by the way. I was thinking of that exact song. Good job queuing it up, Damon. You've saved yourself one time out. One get it out of jail free card. That's a lie. Water bottle, thank you for the follow. Speaking of water bottles, dude, I'm parched. I'm a little thirsty boy. I think we have ads coming up in like 3 minutes. Sigh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna run the ads now because I also gotta take a piss and I'm a little hungry. So I'm gonna grab some water, take a piss, get some food, and then we'll BRB. That way we can just get the ads done. BRB. Well, actually, I'm still here, but I am gonna be drinking water. Oh no, my cup's in the other room. Be right back, guys. Alright, Daddy's home. Did class behave? I have the most pathetic dinner right now, okay? I'm eating 2 Ancient Grains tortillas. That's it. No, nothing else. No meat, nothing. Just fucking Ancient Grains tortillas raw to the face. I need to do groceries, so... Desperate times, you know? As someone who's played the game to completion, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, so I don't think it's a spoiler. I never know what David's talking about, so it's all good. Kingdom Hearts has Sora AI. Is this true, chat? Grok, is this real? You can throw tortillas in the oven and turn them into chips pretty easily. You wanna know what's funny? I've lived in this apartment since September of 2014 or 2024. I bought this place like a year ago. I've never used my fucking oven. I haven't used my oven once. I have an air fryer, so I use that all the time. I don't even know how to. I mean, I'm sure I can figure out how to turn it on, but I'm worried it's like full of like fucked up shit though, because I haven't used it in so long. Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna go and fry up the air fryer and eat freshly dried up gyoza. Cosmetic oven. I use the stovetop. That's wild because cooking in the oven's probably one of the easiest versions of cooking. So I don't know what you've been eating. I use the stovetop, dude. I eat a lot of turkey. I eat a lot of chicken. I do like chicken drumsticks. I'll throw those in the air fryer. Or ground turkey. I'll put in some. I use my white boy seasoning, my classic Old El Paso seasoning. I mix that in. Some salsa. Delish. Some salsa, an egg, and some spinach, and some hot sauce. Perfect. That's actually what I'm gonna have after stream today. But for now, I'm snacking on plain tortillas. Actually, they're worse than plain. They're ancient grains because I'm trying to get more fiber. Back to drawing. Where the hell's my pen? There we go. Yeah, I'm noticing an issue. One thing I'm noticing on the reference, if I look, her gesture here on the arm is an S curve. So it actually goes like this. There's a really subtle curve here. Really, really subtle curve. And so I gotta capture that in mine. Mine is the opposite right now. It's like, it's kind of an S curve, but it's not enough of an S curve. And so I gotta get more S-curvy with it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I can get the feel of the arm right. You should go to the Chinese market one time and the African market one time and get a bunch of seasonings. You'll probably be set for life with the easiest cooking. That's true. I do love me some succulent Chinese meals. You know what I meant. It's gonna be really hard to tell if I have Alzheimer's when I'm older, because I feel like I stutter and fumble my words so much right now. As a healthy man in the prime of my life, that by the time I'm actually fucking suffering, there's just gonna be no way to tell. So we're just gonna actually genuinely just draw a C curve, or an S curve. And then this is like, I don't really want that arm on the hip, because I have it for this guy, it's too much. I have it for that girl. We're just gonna let this arm hang. We're not gonna use the reference too much. It's a little boring though. It's a little boring. Oh god. How do I make this other arm not so boring? What could he do? Having it go up is kind of dumb. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense right now. Maybe this is a universe where everyone has one hand tied to their hip. That's right. It's like a Rick and Morty universe. It does like kind of just like complete poses though. When you put their hand on their hip though, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of works, like, every time. It's so hard not to do it. Because having the arm just sort of hang, it's not terrible. It's just kind of boring, you know? It's just kind of boring, that's all. But at the same time, it, like, you know, it works. me switch that a little bit. I feel like he's a little too... His arm's a little bit too erect. Okay, we need to soften him out a bit. I don't want my boy being too erect right now on Twitch. Does anybody know what I could do with the other arm? I'm open to suggestions right now. Normally, if somebody gave me a suggestion, I would make fun of them, but I'm open to it. I might still make fun of you, but I am curious. I feel like this pose is like kind of lame. There's not really much that I could do with that. It's just kind of boring. Like having his hand resting on like a sword or something, also kind of boring. Especially, it doesn't really make sense because the sword's in his other hand. I really don't know. Do an extremely complicated flourish? I don't even know. What is like an extremely complicated flourish? Like what? Have his hands do like some shit like this? It looks so unnatural. It looks really unnatural. It also just kind of looks like he has like some sort of like muscular disease that like makes his hands cramp up. I don't know. My brain is telling me just do the fucking hip hand, you know? It works, but it's just so bland. You could have him flip off the viewer. Oh, now we're talking. Can I have that on Twitch? Am I allowed to flip people off on Twitch? Is that how... Yeah, your thumb would point away from you. Shirley? Okay, I hear you, but don't call me Shirley. You guys ever seen Naked Gun? Or Airplane? Or is it Naked Gun or Legal Gun? It's Naked Gun, right? It's been a while since I've seen those, but I've seen a lot of clips of them recently. Naked Gun classic. Okay, it is Naked Gun. Good. I'm pretty sure it's Naked Gun. There's also Airplane. YouTube chat, I just want to say I commend you all for being there. We have 3 concurrent chatters on you, or we have 3 concurrent viewers on YouTube. That's like a fucking... It's not a new record, but sustaining it for this long is kind of a new record. So all of my regular like YouTube chatters, you guys are based and I love you. Unless you guys are like my Twitch chatters that just have YouTube open. Also based and I love you, but it just doesn't hit the same. I don't want to overcurve it, actually. I'm doing too much. Let's just keep it simple with the lines. There's a new left hand. Kingdom farts. It's true. If you could live in the Kingdom Hearts universe, would you? It kind of looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. What fictional world would you want to live in? Pokemon seems kind of cool too, but it is like just kind of like a perpetual world of like dogfighting. I don't know if I'd want to live there like long term. Makes it sound like we YouTubers are the favorite. Yeah, don't tell Twitch chat though. The YouTube one is a big one for me because I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. It's just like borderline impossible with shorts, which means I have to start doing long form content, or my live streams have to pop off enough for me to make up the monetization with my live stream. But it's really fucking difficult actually to get monetized on YouTube, I've noticed. Because I hit 50K on my last fucking short and I still can't get monetized. It's crazy. I'm not even anywhere near it. I need 10 million views in 90 days on shorts, or 4,000 watch hours. $50K views? Yeah, my recent short. Animal Crossing, not gonna lie, Animal Crossing would be pretty sick. If you want Korean gangster vibes, make it hold a nice clay-fired brick. Oh, actually, that's not, like, make it. It's a fella. This is my OC, Damon, I will have you know. He's not an it. I'm just kidding. He's not an OC, but... holding a brick. A brick would be like that. His arm's kind of long. I'll just bring that up a smidge. He does look fucking stupid. He's just holding a brick. Make him hold a miniature Funko Pop version of Cherkun. Okay, no more recommendations from Damon. Where is Cherkun actually? I have him. He's in one of these folders. Oh, I should not have turned that one on. That's gonna fucking... Oh, that's just that girl. Back when she was yellow. Cherkun, just know Cherkun is safe and he's somewhere in here. I just don't know where. Okay, we're gonna worry about that other arm later. Right now, we're just gonna worry about the legs, because that's the most important thing. I do kind of want this, like, Twinkie pose. I do kind of dig it. Alright. You know what? You can't assume their gender. They could be exploring. I won't lie. I do like the concept of a Funko Pop Cherkun. Maybe I'll sell... maybe it'll be my merch. We'll do Funko Pop Cherkun. Cherkun is unfortunately probably one of my only OCs right now. Let's draw Cherkun. See, I draw him so much, I'm just so good, I can bang him out real quick. There you go, Cherkun. Now he's with us. I can see Cherkun Rule 34 already. Make it happen. Where's Sheev Beef when you need her, dude? The second one of my characters has a Rule 34 made about them, they're officially an OC. That's the lore they need, dude. That's how I know I've made it. I feel like there's a JD Vance joke in there. I don't know. Isn't it ironic the drawing you drew to show that every sketch in OC is your OC now? It is kind of funny because Cherokun was invented to basically show how stupid some drawings can be, and that they don't deserve to be OCs. But he's now an OC, so that's life, you know. Okay, this pose, if I'm looking at her collarbone lines up with the belt and the inner toe. My collarbone lines up with the inner toe. I think my toe needs to come out more. Something like that. What are we listening to? I queued that up by mistake. I don't hate it. I don't mind it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now let's give this friggin' guy some clothes. We're gonna lower the opacity here. And then we're just gonna draw clothes over top. Dude, this sounds. Why does it sound like Anderson .Paak? What's the Bible say about being clean? Gemini tripping balls, the fuck you mean? The Johnny Cash cover of this Nine Inch Nails song Hurt? Drop the links, guys, if you want your song, you know? Clean. What kind of pirate should this guy be? I feel like if he's like super flamboyant, he should almost have like some sort of hat. I know this song's 5 minutes, but it do kind of go crazy. One Piece pirate, give him a huge rack. Okay, One Piece. If he's a One Piece pirate, he looks like this. Oh fuck! I did not mean to hit Control S. And then his ribs are basically like this. I do kind of like the idea of just giving him massive tits. It sounds stupid, but it does seem like a very funny bit. We can't though. We mustn't. I do want him to look a little gay, that's all. Gospel often does. This is true. Gospel does sound sick. That arm looks a little weird there. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what would be so sick on this guy? We're crop topping this motherfucker, dude. This guy looks like he'd be rocking a crop top. Buttoned up, though, you know? Ooh. That's it, baby. Hear me say, oh baby, you're making me feel tonight. Oh, hear me say, oh, please, the way that you're making me feel tonight. This version rules, dude. YouTube people probably think I'm insane, dude. Trust me, I'm probably not on beat, but I am singing a song that is actually playing right now. I'm not listening to that, the Guild Wars soundtrack you guys are listening to. Okay, let's give him a sexy, a little slutty belt here. I think a big, slutty, chunky belt. Pirate style. This guy's a pirate, but he fucks boys. I mean, if he fucks boys, he probably should be in jail. I mean, he's a pirate. He doesn't abide by the laws, okay? He breaks the law. I mean, he fucks grown men. If that's what you're implying, he fucks grown men, okay? Grown adult pirate men. And sometimes noble men too. He doesn't discriminate. He just likes that mussy. Alright. I see Kingdom Hearts has inspired you to go crazy on the belts. Yeah, we're getting kind of out of pirate territory right now. We are definitely getting a little bit more Final Fantasy-esque. Which I don't hate, but it's not really what I was going for. I love Anderson .Paak. Yeah, me too. TBE Saya? Oh, the Saya. I don't know why I read that as TBE. The Saya? Welcome in, big dog. I think the belts being the same size bothers me a little bit. I think one big ass belt and then one sort of like slim belt might be the move. These look great! Thank you, Thesaya. Nice poses. Thank you, Thesaya. This is a very stylistically different song than what we were listening to. Who queued this up? Jadu throwing us off, dude. You queued up like the Hikaru Utada too. Not what I expected. I don't know why I'm even drawing the face. I've already drawn his face. The nose, though, I do think could be refined a little bit. Notice me. What'd you say, NFT? Snack, can you give me revs in a bit? What's it on what? What'd you post? In a bit. Okay. On what, though? Figure drawing? Okay, sure. I think his shoulder's a little low here. It's also... It wouldn't be pointing out that much. Sometimes you gotta mix it up. It's very funny. I like to keep people on their toes. Oh, I'm sure people were on their toes after that one. Maybe I give him like a bandana. I do feel like he's just really getting into like Final Fantasy type dude, you know? Which I guess is just sort of what happens when you mix like tropical fantasy with anime. You just kind of get Final Fantasy. You mean tropical? Yeah, exactly, tropical. I don't like the legs. I think they're still kind of bland a little bit. My brush needs to be a little bigger. I don't really know. I don't really know. It's just this like side here is just kind of bland. No bandana. Actually gonna just kind of outline his arm here. Posted it? Okay, let me take a look. Let me do a little critique real quick, and then we'll get back into this. I think it's a good gesture. It works really well. I don't think there's a lot that we need to change. My thing is, though, you're still kind of, like, my advice to you is you're relying on gestural lines too much, and you need to try and do a version of this, okay? And I'm going to give you a note here. Do a version of this. Do version where you refine the forms more. Because the thing is, anybody, like, I could do a really, like, gestural pose, right? Like, if I'm doing, like, a person, like, pulling something, let's say, like a rope. I could do a really gestural pose here. That's fine. But the thing is, like, I have to be able to convert this into something more finished while preserving a lot of those gestural elements. And so you're not taking this to the next step. The whole point, the point of doing a gesture is to get you to something more refined. It's a starting point. This is the starting point. This is where you now go into this and tie things down and define your forms and your overlaps and your shapes in a way that sort of cleans things up and gives you more structure. Do version with more refined forms. There's no revision I can really offer you on this, because it's just a gesture. It's basically like somebody giving me a 2-second gesture. Not 2 second, that would be insane. It'd be like 2 lines on the page. But it's basically somebody giving me like a 1-minute gesture and being like, what do you think? It's fine. It's a gesture. What are you going to do with it? Right? I would rather you send me something that you've attempted to do more refined forms on. And maybe this is the case where you actually did try to do more refined forms. If that's the case, let me know. But to me, this I don't see eyes, I don't see a face. There's still a crosshair line for his face here. There's no, it's very scritchy scratchy all over the place. There's no, the anatomy here on the feet. Like, what is this? Where's his foot? Where's his heel? Why does his pants have, like, a jagged edge here? You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking about what you're drawing. You're just producing, like, gestures. Okay, so you need to get it from the gesture stage like this NFT into, like, a more refined, I mean, you know, like, illustrative format, I guess. Could you remove the song that was queued up before this one that I've just added? Yeah, I could. I goon to tactical. Gibbo draws a lot on YouTube, says I goon to tactical. What does that mean? Gibbo goons a lot? I goon to this shit. ICL, holy shit, bro. What are you talking about? My art? You're what? You can goon, dude. That's fine with me. You stroke your shit in my chat. I don't give a fuck. Go crazy. It's a compliment. Compliment to the chef, you know? But yeah, NFT, back to your sort of critique here on your pose. It needs more. Tactical Gooner has appeared in chat. Amen. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to remove the song that you queued. I was too distracted. Is it Navajo? Is that the one you want me to get rid of? Which song did you queue? Anthony Vincent. Do something? I don't even see it in the queue. Is this the song you didn't want? The one after Navajo. Oh, Sugar. By Flo Rida? Sure. Okay, we got rid of it. But yeah, NFT, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You need to, I want to see you attempt to illustrate something. Like, to a finished degree. That's what when I'm talking about draftsmanship, you've got a good gesture and you've got form, and that lends itself well to animation. but you don't have form tie downs and definition for your form, you know? So that's like, I don't even know if you need this as a screenshot. I'll post it in the critiques channel, but that's what I would say. You really need to tie your shit down. What's the lore for choosing Snack as your name? I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Here. I'm gonna have to take that. There you go. W critique. Thank you, Gibbo Draws a Lot. See, YouTube chat, they're so sweet to me. Everybody on Twitch chat bullies me. But Linker, the lore is basically, there's no real lore. I'm a mouse and a snack for a cat, right? That's why it's cat snack. That's where that comes from. So because cats eat mice, right? Cat snack. It just I pictured like an imaginary world where a bunch of mice are terrorized by cats, and they give themselves like some sort of like weird name. I don't know, like that's the tribe I belong to. But the reality is, I'm just a corporate mouse who works in corporate Canada and hates his job. That's not actually, that's just my life. That's real life, but I thought you were related to someone because they have the same similar name but different animal race? No, I'm not. I'm unrelated to anyone. I'm an orphan, okay? That's not true, actually. But there's no relation to any other streamer. It's just a poorly thought out concept. The real idea, guys, was I just didn't want, I wanted to be a VTuber because I didn't want to, like, I like protecting my identity. And other than that, I wanted to do something that was original. And the issue with a lot of VTubers, no offense to VTubers, but a lot of them are just big titty anime babes, alright? And I say that as a big titty anime mess right now, but that's not my default state. That's a Twitch redeem. The reality is, I wanted something that stuck out. I figured if I was really crass in personality, it would make sense to have a contrasting character that was really cute, because I like that contrast to me was funny. And so that's sort of what I did, and that's where that idea came from. But there's no like deeper lore. Everybody thinks I'm a furry now, which I really didn't think about at the time when I made it. I'm not a furry, but you know, if people want to think I'm a furry, go crazy. Makes no difference to me. That's what they always say. See what I mean, chat? I can't win. I'm not a furry, dude. It's stolen valor. I just wear the uniform. It's different. You're a reverse furry? Kimdo, you're projecting right now. I'm a reverie. These do stick out, do a jiggle. Did you really just redeem that after I got rid of them? Here are your titties, dude. I see your redeem. Don't worry, I just didn't notice. I was in the middle of ignoring chat. Sometimes I gotta draw, believe it or not. You're getting the Ternovsky treatment? It is time. I'm linking the whole the cat catcher. Not a furry's crazy though. ICL unk. I know what unk means. I don't get the Zoomer talk, Gabo. You gotta tell me, what the fuck is ICL? You're an animal that draws humans? Hear me out, okay? I mean, it's true. The furries they don't really draw humans. I don't think I've ever drawn, like, a furry character, ever. I can't lie? Oh, shit. Alright. I am unk, though, so... I'm not gonna know what the fuck you say if you abbreviate it, because I'm from the old generation. ICL is I can't lie. Everybody's telling me it's I can't lie. Alright, am I the only guy on fucking planet Earth who didn't know this shit? My bad. Damn. Maybe you're a reverse furry, an animal that's just really into humans? Oh, I see. I see what a reverse furry is now. That's kind of based. I like that. Whatever. I feel like his eyes were like too big on the other one, so I'm gonna try and narrow them down. They are kind of like spaced out though. I almost feel like they should be closer together. Chocolate. Looking for guild or looking for group, down to fuck. CBT New York City. That's all I got, dog. Cognitive behavioral therapy, New York City. Looking for group, down to fuck. Cognitive behavioral therapy, New York City. Cock and ball torture. No, it's not. It's not cock and ball torture. What the hell does that mean? Okay, it's Boba. Boba said looking for group, down to fuck, cock and ball torture, New York City. I think he's looking for a sex partner from the looks of it. You gonna help the bro out? I'm not dexterous enough. I'd fucking destroy his balls. He wouldn't want that, trust me. You're the one gooning, dude. Don't let me stop you. It's a free country. Fuck. I'm gonna bring the eyes in a little bit. They're just too far out. Far out, man. They're too spaced out. There you go. That looks better. That versus that. Oh, yeah. Definitely better like that. Now needs an eyeball. He's looking a little cross-eyed. We don't want that. I thought CBT was can up butt technique. Can up butt technique. You know, I want to be disappointed in my chat, but I feel like this is partly my fault. I feel like I've festered and I've fostered this environment for unhinged lunatics to say unhinged lunatic shit. But that's life, baby. What are you gonna do? Glad Sass, speaking of unhinged lunatics, what up? What up, Glad? How you doing? I saw you streaming earlier. LFG is probably let's fucking go. It's never going to mean let's fucking go to me, chat. It's always gonna mean looking for group. Because I'm fucking 31, okay? I don't say let's fucking go as an abbreviation. Oh my god, he's looking a little cross-eyed. $100%. It is my fault. I'm not mad at it though. Are you not as cool as Penguin Zero? I'm certainly not as rich as Penguin Zero, I'll tell you that. CBT is Canuck butt technique. I think I would know that as a Canadian, but... Likes fucking girls, aka has cooties? Nuh-uh. I don't do that. That's icky, dude. Girls are icky. Glad. Only 2 days and I have to work again? Life's rough? Yeah, me too, bro. That's how the weekend works. It fucking sucks, though. I won't lie. Chat, still waiting for my whale, okay? One of you guys needs to start fucking being my whale and making sure I never have to work again. I'll be your little art slave. Okay, I think he's definitely looking a little bit more aggressively in this direction. Sid, what up, dude? How you doing? Can you give him a gay little earring? Oh, 100%, dude. We're gonna twinkify the shit out of this guy. I just got off a plane. Ooh. Which one? It's important these days. Sid's on the flight list. In the correct gay earlobe. Well, I keep flipping my canvas, so his right ear is always gonna change. Actually, I had a buddy for like years in like high school who just didn't give a fuck. He was like one of those dudes. He's like he's a computer scientist now, but he's one of those guys that just did not care about like social norms at all. Probably a little on the spectrum. No, definitely like a lot on the spectrum. But I respected the fuck out of him. All throughout high school, he exclusively wore an Akatsuki cloak. I didn't go to the same high school as him, but I had buddies that did. He exclusively wore an Akatsuki cloak, and he had a right side earring, and he used to have an earring on both sides, but the other one fell out, and he lost it, and he just didn't care. He just kept the right one because he was just like, ah, whatever, fuck it. I already have this ear pierced. And so everybody thought he was gay, and he said like some gay guy that he went to school with tried hitting on him, and he realized that he wasn't like gay after that. Or actually, he didn't know it meant like I'm gay, basically. So he had a bunch of gay guys hitting on him regularly because he just didn't understand like the signaling of having a right-sided earring in like the early 2000s. He's a computer scientist now. He is. He works on AI. Not the stupid AI though. He works in like agriculture. He like optimizes farming or some shit. You almost had the alpha angry? Yeah, Gibbo, don't worry. I'll give you my prompts after stream, alright? Just DM me and I'll tell you exactly what I prompted to get this result. I got you, dog. Oh, damn. Sid's hot on my tail for the stream streak. That's true. What are you at? 20... Oh, my God, Sid. 25 stream streak. Crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to you, dude. I appreciate that. That's insane. What prompts do I use for Cat Snack Smut? Ask your mom, because that's where I make all the smut, dude. The correct gay earlobe. What else we got? Oh, damn. You're my rival. Glad. I had the last few days off. It's hitting hard, alright. You know what else hits hard? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it to her, chat. But yeah, no, I feel you. I took off Thursday and Friday. Actually, I had Thursday and Friday off. And I really don't want to go back to work. The silver lining is I took off January 2nd. And so I'm off also next... I only have to work 3 days next week. You gotta do a random 4 a.m. stream to ruin everyone's day? I just stream when Jadu and Sid are asleep. I mean, Jadu would be pretty easy to do that too. I just have to stream at like 6 a.m. and it would completely fuck him up. Actually, just any time at like the normal time of day. I will say, I am very, very impressed with your stream streaks, guys, and I appreciate it a lot. It is cool to know that you guys are maintaining it. And as the streamer, I promise I will not do a random stream off schedule to fuck with your streaks. I know how much streaks matter. If Jadu's here, I'll be here. Oh, I know. Did you get rid of your pirate guy? No, he's right here. It's just a different pirate guy. Do you start sketching the face by drawing the optical nerves? No, you can't add nerves until you've drawn the bone. You gotta start with the skull, and then you add the flesh over top, you know? You need a little skull here. And then you draw the flesh over top. Only amateurs draw nerves before bone. Few, because I really like that guy. I do too. I think he's good. I gotta finish his hands, and I gotta figure out this arm. And then I gotta finish her arm too, and then I'm just gonna more or less call them done. I'm probably gonna paint them too. You're right, bro. I gotta step it up. I wasn't gonna say it, Gibbo, but I'm glad we're thinking the same. I didn't want to embarrass you. I will hit 100 stream streak even if it kills me. How many streams do I even have a year? I have 4 a week. Assuming I don't miss one, which I miss a lot, because I don't like streaming on Mondays, because I'm usually exhausted by the end of the weekend. So Mondays is kind of becoming like a in quotations mark stream day. Odds are, if I'm gonna miss a day, it's gonna be Monday, unless I have like a fucking wedding or some shit to go to. But I'm just so burnt out after like working, like streaming all weekend, then go to work. It's just rough. Also, Sundays I record my reels and stuff. So, Sinessa, hello Sinessa over on YouTube. How you doing? One sec, I'm looking at my phone right now. I'm doing math. I'm calculating how many streams I do in a year. Oh my fucking god, dude. My phone is very slow since I turned it on just now. I'm good? I love that, dude. I love that you're good. It's better than being bad, that's for sure. What'd you get for Christmas, Sinessa? What'd Santa bring you? Same with you, Gibbo. What'd you get for Christmas, Glad? I will sub? Thank you. I'll take it. We take that, chat. Honestly, I appreciate it every now and then, because sometimes Monday's the most inconvenient to hop on. Yeah, Mondays just kind of suck, dude. It's just, after the whole weekend and working during the day, I just don't want to fucking get on. I don't celebrate Christmas? Based. Sorry for being so undiverse with my options here. Happy holidays, everyone. We're gonna do the woke Christmas greeting. Happy holidays. What am I looking through my phone for? Oh, my calculator. Okay, there's 52 weeks in a year, 4 streams a week. There's 208 streams a year, in theory, assuming I don't miss Mondays. And I do miss a lot of Mondays. Ask them what they got for Kwanzaa. What'd you get for Kwanzaa, Gibbo? Playing what? Close enough. Wait, you're so talented. Can you give me tips? Yeah, sure. What do you want to know? Ask away, dog. A good pillow and a lovely time with family? Me too, dude. Santa gave me exactly what I wanted, which was a debate with my family on China and Taiwan. Sometimes you can't really control the topics at Christmas time, but I've been a good boy this year because he gave me exactly what I wanted. I'm not joking, actually. That is like half of my Christmas conversations were fucking China and Taiwan with my brother-in-law. He loves arguing politics, and I also love arguing politics. By the way, guys, this is not an invitation for you guys to offer opinions on that. We're not doing that, but it is what happened during Christmas time. Yeah, sorry, Jadu. I knew the second I said that I was gonna open a fucking can of worms on Twitch. We're not discussing China Taiwan right now, chat. Wait till I can pull more views for it. I was hiding from my family in the kitchen and it worked pretty well. Oh yeah? Were you cooking or were you just like... I assume, like, isn't there a lot of people in the kitchen during Christmas time? I feel like that's like the place to be, you know? Okay, let me do a little... Fill my boy up here. I want the same value as this. Sinessa, I'm waiting for your question. I love talking art, by the way. It's non-controversial, so it doesn't bother me at all. If you have questions, Sinessa, on anything art-related, I'm your boy. I could actually yap for fucking hours on anything art-related. Thought you were going for the woman kitchen joke? I'm so impressed, but yeah, I helped with the food. That's like low-hanging fruit, dude. I wouldn't do that to you. I do highbrow sexism, alright? It's subtle, it's micro, it's dog whistly, you'd never know. I've mastered it. I did? You might not have seen it? Oh, you did. Oh, my bad. I got an iPad, like, notes for notes for school. I'll sub. Sinessa, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. I did, you might not have seen it. I don't see any question from you relating to art. But I need help with faces and bodies. Where did you ask me that? The trick with faces and bodies is, oh man, that's a really difficult one to answer. It's gonna be, you know, structure for the most part. A lot of people don't put the curves at the right spot, or they make the proportions very long, or whatever. It's really difficult to give you like a full breakdown on like faces and bodies. Is there a specific thing you struggle with on the face? The eyes are kind of the most important one. Yo, bro. What is ICL again, guys? Chat. What the fuck does ICL mean again? ICL. Man. I'm having a fucking blank. I can't lie. Yo, bro, I can't lie. You're not the only person I've sent crazy stuff to. I've been blocked a few times. I want to start a YouTube channel, wondering what you think on doing that with a cooked digital footprint. I'll just make a new account, dude. I'll just make a new account. Also, don't be an idiot on the internet, you know? I think a good sort of mentality to have with the internet is to treat people on the internet the way you would treat people in real life. Imagine they could punch you in the nose and then to talk to people that way. You know? I feel like people act like unhinged sociopaths on the internet. I'm not saying that's you, Gabo. But I'm just saying, like, it's very easy to live your life online as if there's no consequences. But if you internalize sort of a moral behavior and standard for yourself, you're gonna have a lot better experiences on the internet. And you're gonna have a lot less fucking insanely stupid arguments with people. That being said, dude, just make a new email, make a new account, and just start a YouTube channel. That's what I would say. You know? It's perfectly fine if you can't. I can give you some advice. Faces and bodies is literally the entire character, though. So if you can narrow it down to a specific thing you struggle with, that would give me a lot more focus on what advice I could give you, Sinessa. Because the issue is, talking about faces and bodies, I could talk about that for like 8 hours straight. Because there's so much to go over. You'd almost need like a full like university education on that. But if there's a specific feature or something you feel like you really struggle with, I think, okay, you know what I'll say? And I'm gonna make a short on this soon, guys. Actually, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. I might actually make a long form video. I think there are two really important things when it comes to drawing a character. The first one is the face, okay? The second one are the hands and the feet. Specifically hands and feet. And I'll give you an example. If I take this lady here on this reference, and I take out her body, and I just sort of have her arms and legs there, you could still sort of tell what the emotion is of the pose just based off that. You could tell it's like elegant. You could tell it's sort of like dangerous. graceful. There's a lot of emotion just through the arms and the legs. Whereas if I do the opposite, if I erase out the arms and the legs, it's a lot harder to tell what the emotion of the pose is. And I feel like a lot of people, like if you just look at this, I don't really know, like, it's just a neutral facial expression. And I feel like a lot of people put all of their focus into the face when they're drawing, which is not a bad thing to do, but people neglect the arms and the legs a lot, and I see a lot of beginner artists sort of do these flat, boring poses. And what they don't realize is that the reason their art sometimes feels flat and it doesn't feel like it's connecting emotionally with the person watching it is because a lot of the information that you get in terms of expression, character expression, comes through the arms and the feet. And if you think of, like, I can give you an example of, like, mimes, for example. Because illustration is a silent medium. There's no... I'm back, my PC turned off, sorry. Oh my fucking god. Oh, you're killing me, Sinessa. I just gave you a full-on demo. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna keep yapping, because it's related to what I was saying 2 seconds ago. But, okay, so essentially, when you're doing an illustration, Sinessa, this shit too advanced, Unk lost me. I'm sorry. I didn't lose you, Gibbo, okay? This is maybe just not a good example, but essentially, what I'm trying to say is, when you draw an illustration, there's no sound, and unless it's animation, if we're talking illustration, there's no movement, okay? There's no sound, there's no movement. So we have to make sure that we're conveying expression through means that are visual. And there are certain features of the body that convey emotional expression stronger than others. One of them, and the one that everybody thinks about, is the face. Everybody thinks it's the face. The face is actually, in my opinion, as of more recently, in my opinion, the face is secondary to the arms and the legs in terms of conveying expression, emotional expression in a character. The reason being is you can have a really neutral face combined with a very expressive body, and the neutral face won't take away from the expression of the body. But if you have a very expressive face with a very stiff neutral body, it'll instantly flatten out and ruin a pose. So, or like a character. If you are going to put any of your time and effort and energy into posing and character design, make sure that you nail your arms and legs. And then the face is secondary to that. In my opinion. Okay, this is my new base take. This is a Snack original. Okay? So you guys can take this, you can argue with it, you can debate it online, I don't care, whatever, okay? I need the publicity, so go crazy. The nipples are the eyes of the face. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. Also, Gibbo, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I got my double follow. But yeah, Gibbo, to be clear, if you want to make a new account, just make a new account. Like, my Cat Snack account is not my main. Like, I have other social media. Well, I don't have any other social media. I've deleted most of my social media. But I have like other. I used to have other aliases online for a while. But when I did the Snack thing, I was like, you know what? I'm just going clean with a new everything. It's my 6th, though. Okay, then I think there's a moral lesson here to be gained where maybe stop being a fucking troll on the internet. You know? Trolling's fine. It's fun. It's awesome. But, you know, it also hinders you from any sort of professional reputation. Unless your reputation is to be a troll, but that's a niche that you're gonna have a hard time advancing in, I would imagine. I have cursed every single algorithm I have. It's all cooked. The trick is just to fucking clickbait, dude. I'm telling you. I run on the assumption that at some point someone will download everything I've ever said on the internet and show it directly to my mother, and I feel like that's a good mental regulator. That is. Unless your mom's insane. But generally speaking, that's probably a good barometer to have. I think about, like... No, I don't think about if they would show it to my boss, because that would just, like, not post shit. But I definitely think about my online behavior as, like, if I were standing right in front of somebody, what would I say to them? Because there are times where people are pretty fucking unhinged on the internet. That's just the reality of it. And, I don't like that. I don't like that. I used to be like a bit of a troll when I was younger. Like that shit didn't bother me as much. These days, as I've gotten older, I feel like it's like fucking psychotic, dude. The fact that people don't like have some sort of moral barometer for themselves online is a problem. And it's not good. Alright, I'll stop DMing VTubers asking for weird stuff. I mean, if they draw weird stuff, you could DM them and ask for whatever you want. If you're out there sending them pictures of your cock and fucking, you know, telling them to draw crazy shit that they don't do, then yeah, it's a little out of pocket. Little is an understatement, but it's not a pun either. Look, everybody makes mistakes, everybody can grow and stuff like that, Gibbo. So I don't think you've fucked yourself for life or anything. But I would say if you do create a new account, just recognize that, you know, if you want a professional reputation online, treat online like it's your workspace, because it is, to a degree. Wow, and here I thought the eyes were the eyes of the face. I've learned a lot today. Well, you know, you always learn in a Cat Snack stream. Lost Cause, insta-highlighting your comments for your followers definitely made me comment and like less. Really, it makes me like more. I want chat to know the insane shit that I like on Instagram. Because I want them to know I'm just like them. Okay, I'm not... I may look and sound like this perfect, angelic being that can do no wrong. But I want chat to know that I'm just like them. I'm a degenerate. I say crazy things. I like crazy things. But I treat people with respect still. I think that's the most important thing. Sometimes. I generally treat people with respect. There's been times that I fucking absolutely rip somebody apart. But, you know, that's life. What are you gonna do? You gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet, you know? Strictly speaking, you could have a future as a troll if you're hired by the Russian government to instigate political instability. I don't think so, dude. That industry is being taken over by AI. The good old days of living in a Russian bot farm are gone, dude. Long gone. They replaced that job with AI. All the good jobs are getting replaced by AI, dude. Next thing you know, drone operators are gonna get replaced by AI. It's fucked up. What a world. That might be a little too... That's a little too much shadow we got going on down there. I do kind of like the... Whoa! I didn't mean to zoom in to, like, the exact pixel. I do kind of like the, like, spiky thing coming out here. I might try that on the other dude here. Nah, never mind. I'm taking that. I'm not doing that. That did not go the way I wanted it to. I do kind of want to like clear this section up though. Instagram shows me you liked reels where dudes are kissing. Glad, is this true? Do you like boys kissing? It's always the ones you expect the most. I do kind of like this pirate squad. It's like their arch nemesis. Their arch nemesis could be Purple Girl. I should just do like a series of like more realistic characters and then fucking anime generic whatever bullshit this is. He just kind of looks like generic. He doesn't look like he like exists in like a pirate world. He looks like he fucking lives in like the Dragon Ball universe. And that ain't what I want. I'm gonna sue you for slander. Glad saying there's something wrong with dudes kissing. Glad, are you being homophobic in my chat right now? You know, a protection against slander is if the statement's factually accurate, so you might lose this case. Depends what country you're in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna come back to that. This is the gayest thing I've ever heard or seen since Boku no Pico. Gibbo didn't hear my fucking speech 2 seconds ago about not saying insane shit on the internet. Gibbo, why you watching that shit, dog? No, I'm just saying it ain't my entertainment. I only watched like 2 minutes. Uh-huh. Whatever you say, man. I feel like the side of his head is just like weird. I feel like he needs more of like a masculine hairline, you know? I don't really know. I guess I don't know. Gibbo, it's called hentai and it's art. That ain't hentai, dog. I mean, I guess it is, but Boku no Pico is like a notorious like pedo bait type of anime, as far as I've heard. I think his hair needs to be longer, dude. If we're making him like a pirate, even if he's like Twinkie looking. I was just trying to see what it was. Right. Research, of course. Yeah, you might want to make a new social media, dog. I don't know, all I know is them boys crossing streams. I watch it for the plot, trust. I believe you. That's why I watch porn on 2x speed. I just want to know the story. I want to know how it ends. Okay, this needs to come in more, I think. Incoming. Reach. To be fair, I did watch Fake for the plot and the jokes. I don't know what that is. If I'm gonna be 100%, that has been hentai that I was genuinely hooked on for the plot. There has been hentai that I've been genuinely hooked on for the plot. Base, Jadu. Hentai enjoyer. Not really my thing, but... to each their own. Like, if you were to straight up remove all the sex stuff, I'd still watch it because it was really good. Any recommendations? Okay, I don't like this guy's fit. I feel like he could, he'd have a more interesting pants at minimum, you know? What app are you using? App. Like, oh, like to draw? I'm using Clip Studio Paint, Sinessa. I gotta get, guys, I signed up, actually, for a Clip Studio Paint discount code. I haven't completed the application, but I feel like I get asked so much. Every time people ask me, I'm just gonna start shilling a discount code so I can make some money. I do like Clip, though. I do use it a lot, so I don't feel too bad about shilling that product. Oh, I use that sometimes? I use it all the time. That's too thick. I have Clip 2 my older bro put me on. Your older bro knows what's good. The thing is, some older anime gets classified as hentai. They were nuanced at some point in time, like IRL shows. Like Game of Thrones in anime form would probably be the only one. Would probably be only on them hentai sites. You think so, dude? Cursed Radish, thank you for the follow. Game of Thrones is like... I mean, they do nudity. Do they do it that much? I mean, actually, yeah, they kind of do. I remember I would watch that show with my family, and I'd be like, I can't be in the same room right now. I gotta go fucking pretend to go to the bathroom or something because I don't want to be in the same room while people are hardcore fucking on TV. I think he needs more. He needs to look like a fucking pirate. Right now he just looks like a twink from, like, anime. I don't want him to look like a generic anime guy. Let's give him, like, an undershirt. I know, we don't want that, but I feel like it'll make him look more piratey, you know? Or maybe even, like, sleeves. Maybe we can leave him twinky, but give him sleeves. I don't really know. Generic anime guy, or gag for short? Yeah, gag. I do have a recommendation. I'm just looking up the name because I forgot. Too many uncomfortable watch together times with Game of Thrones? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of titties. If you like titties, I mean, watch Game of Thrones, I guess. Also, if you need a show recommendations, I recommend Spy Family or MIA. MIA. What's MIA? I'm gonna give him a sleeve, I think. I don't know. I'm torn. I just don't like his outfit. Okay, let me fuse these layers. Merge selected layers. We're gonna copy the character. My Hero Academia. Oh, I see. I've seen that. I've seen the first couple seasons. I kind of stopped watching after the second season. I just kind of got bored a little bit. We all goon to overflow? Gibbo, what are you talking about? Overflow? Oh, like the... Is that an anime? Chat, I don't watch a lot of anime, alright? I know I draw a lot of anime. I don't watch a lot of anime. I'm not a good weeb representation here. Also, what is that VTuber? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I don't actually have big giant double D's, but it's a redeem on Twitch. So whenever people like redeem the breasts on Twitch, they pop out. But I always forget to turn them off, and then people just think that's like my default state. It might as well be at this point. I feel like people redeem it more than they don't, so... Dorohedoro is the only recent one I'd recommend. Dororo, is that separate than Dorohedoro, or did you just spell it Dororo? Dorohedoro goes fucking hard. I actually really like Dorohedoro. Why do you have a huge rack on a cute mouse character? Kinda weird, bro. You drew it, bitch. You made the PNG tuber. He's trying to fucking frame me right now. Boba, my mod, is the one who made my PNG tuber. He's throwing me under the bus. But you know what's funny? I didn't even pay him for the boobs. He was just like, I want to draw giant tits on your mouse. And I was like, okay, man, do whatever you want. And it happened to be like the most popular redeem on the channel. Where did the melons go? They're lost to the sands of time. No Lizard Man in Dororo? Dororo. Is it the same thing as Dorohedoro? Just like a different fucking manga? Because there's a Lizard Man in Dorohedoro too. Oh no, this is the anime. Right. I'm so out of my depths right now. I've never seen it. Okay, the Skyrim music busting now. It's not Skyrim, it's Guild Wars. No elf ears. No elf ears. We gotta keep them human. Okay, we're giving this bitch a sleeve, dude. Chat, are you guys arguing with each other, or are you guys being nice? Dude, I really don't know how to do fabric. So close to a default day 4 Skyrim ambience. Oh yeah. Do you know what a Vocaloid is, or Miku or something? They have good music in my opinion. I do know what that is. Believe it or not. I may be Unk, but I'm not that Unk. I do like Hatsune Miku. I fucks with it a little bit, I won't lie. Solo leveling some mid. Yeah, nobody falling for that shit. What? I keep forgetting what ICL means. I know I is the first one. I can't lie. Ah, see? I'm a zoomer now. I get it. Nobody had to help me either. I'm too goated. You're Gen Z now? Congrats. I've de-aged. I'm gonna live forever, guys. I just gotta learn what fucking skibidi toilet and all this shit means. That's why I have so much hate in my heart. Glad, why are you getting so mad right now? Damon, are you trolling Glad? You know she can ban you in her own stream. Okay, I don't like the sleeve that I'm doing. We did do a different version of this guy. Okay, just checking. Alright, I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Alright? We're gonna switch up his hair completely. We're just gonna try some different stuff out. I was focusing on two things in the stream, and now I'm watching the illustration process, and I've got to say, you're really good at this shit, Unk. Thanks, Gibbo. Were you not watching me draw on YouTube? What the fuck? Disrespectful. So were you just, like, in my live stream hearing me talk, but you had no idea what was going on screen? ICL, oh my god. I can't lie, I say 67 unironically. Alright. I like 69 better. Yeah, your mom does too. Just saying. Okay, his hairline's a little high. We're gonna lower this guy's hairline. He's getting he's going to Turkey, alright? He's getting his fucking hairline readjusted. He actually just looks like a fucking Kingdom Hearts character. That's not what I want. It's frustrating me. You're falling for the anime hair. I can't help it. All I've drawn for years is like anime shit. And I'm trying to transition to something a little bit more semi-realistic. And it's tough. No, I was in stream, but staring at the two huge things. Oh, my tits? My eyes are up here, Gibbo. Just saying. I won't lie, I actually do enjoy Zoomer memes, not because they're good, but because the entire Gaga gets that old people don't get it. Oh, the entire gag is that old people don't get it, and I find the confused rage very funny. Just share them Jesus AI memes, dude. That'll fuck with the old people. I know right now it's popular for people to LARP on millennials and say how cringe millennials are and stuff. But I guarantee when Gen Z is like millennial age, it's gonna be bad, dude. It's gonna be bad. You guys think millennial core is cringe right now? Zoomer core in like 20 years is gonna be fucking crazy. How you got your VTuber set up, Onk? You got your iPhone as a face cam or something like that? No, it's actually just a static image. I don't need a webcam for facial tracking. It works based off of my audio. So if I go quiet, it'll just go back to drawing. And then if I talk, it just starts talking. But it's just like the same loop of like mouth movements. But there's nothing there's no tracking involved. It really is just picking up the audio. And it's 2 states of animation, basically. That's cool. Sure is. I hate this shit, dude. Sorry, I hate TS. We're so close to Gen Z working in government positions. I mean, Gen Z probably still, like, Gen Z's not that young. I feel like there are probably a lot of Gen Z people, like, in government right now. But I mean, like, in terms of, like, Gen Z being, like, running the government, that's a different thing. Like, being elected or whatever, that's probably, like, a decade or 2 away. Because I feel like millennials are just starting to get into it now, right? Like, you look at, like, Mamdani in New York or whatever, like, millennials are just really starting to get into politics, and boomers are starting to phase out. But, I think it's going to be another 10 or 20 years before Gen Z gets pretty active. There are some that are, but I just mean, like, generally speaking. Also, how you doing, Curse Radish? I saw you follow me earlier. He's so boring. Oh my god, his pose is so boring. Older Gen Z is getting close to 30 now. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. How are you? I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling. Nice little Friday evening. We're hanging out, you know. You know how it is. You know how we do it. I love just saying nonsense to reply to that, because, I don't know, I just don't really know what to say. I am good, though. IMIED, erectile dysfunction, for forgetting what millennials, zoomers, boomers, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, blah, 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 blah means. Like, I've been here listening to y'all talk about these different generations not understanding shit. I mean, it's just generations. It's usually 30-year time periods. So, millennials are, like, I think, like 1996 is the cutoff, I think? Like, if you're born before 1996, you're millennial up until, like, I think the late 70s or early 80s, and then you're X. I think it's 70s for X. And then, if you're born after 1996, you're Gen Z. up until I think like recently, because Gen Alpha is like only a few years old. So most people in chat are presumably Gen Z. Gen Z age group. Gen Z is between 1997 and 2012. Okay. Special, like short bus rider? I see. Don't burn another account, dog. Oh my god, dude. These fucking legs drive me crazy. Back in the day is crazy. Technically, ADD meant special ed back in the day. Well, I can think of another word that meant special ed back in the day that we don't use these days. And no, chat, it's not an opportunity to educate me on what that word is. We're woke around here, alright, these days. I keep my slurs to the DMs. But in the streets, we keep it clean, you know? The generational thing is a relatively recent phenomenon in human history, so it's not really meaningful. It's not really a meaningful distinction. Generations only became notable when technology advanced fast enough for them to become distinct between parent and child, and advertisers wanted to be able to target younger people specifically with new technology. That wouldn't surprise me. I do think, like, I don't know, dude. I'm pretty radicalized against fucking boomers. I won't lie. I can't bring it up around my dad because he always defends boomers, but I don't know, man. Yeah, always slur in the DMs. Not what I said, but, you know, I feel you. You know, I get the spirit. To be fair, we aren't supposed to use it, but people really like using it nowadays, too. Thanks for the explanation. Get educated, dog, you know? Okay, I need to find a way to connect the hips properly. I always really struggle with drawing hips. Okay, if I bring this one up and this one down, I could bring this one out and then have this one sort of stand like this. It's a little too much. It's a little weird. We all had a time period when we sent slurs to popular people's DMs. No, I don't think we did, dude. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. I've certainly lived through the COD days, but I don't think we. No, stop saying we, dog. This is you, dog. Don't drag me into this shit. Everyone here, no. Real competitive ranked racists nowadays use haplogroups outside of scientific context. I don't know what that means. I assume it's racist, though. Snacks from a generation where you leave a piss bottle in the mailbox instead. I gotta stop telling you guys this shit. Bro, racists piss me off. For me, it's periods. Whenever I hear of a woman suffering with periods, God, I get so angry. Racist, though, is a good one. It's like genetic markers shit. Oh, Damon, I know you in the weeds on some crazy shit, dog. Damon, you got a 4chan account? Just be real with me. Yeah, like they haven't experienced ball itchiness? That's right. Women will never know what BSTL feels like. They really do suffer. I hate y'all so much right now. I remember something with that. That's good. Snack really is an ally. I am. 6'4", by the way. See, I get some Zoomer shit. Feels a little too long. Scratching your balls in public is a sign of being a high-value alpha male, though. This is true. It's high confidence. It also helps spread your pheromones, you know, to bring in the ladies. Everyone knows ball sweat's an aphrodisiac. Hey, Jock Rash is unisex. I guess, do ladies have to wear a cup when they, like, do you girls, like, when you guys play, let's say if you play hockey, do you have to wear a cup? Or is that just a fella thing? Oh, this is looking very zesty. I will align with this as soon as it isn't mean that horse girls get off riding horses. Che, you guys are making shit up now. Yes? Why? You don't have balls. I feel like I just basically did this leg, but the other way around. I did, didn't I? I know it's foreign knowledge, but there are still sensitive areas down there you don't want to get hit in. That's true. Getting your box rocked doesn't sound too awesome. It's def worse for males. It's not a competition. But I think that one's a probably safe bet, yeah. You guys never got an elbow in your chest? They're balls of the torso. That's true. Getting your titties punched probably actually really fucking sucks. That, I would imagine, would actually really hurt. Because those things are sensitive, dude. I had a buddy. This reminds me of a story back from when I played hockey. I had a buddy. Okay, this is a PSA for anybody who wears piercings and plays sports, okay? I had a buddy who had a nipple piercing on my hockey team. And he took one hit into the boards and ripped that shit off. And, yeah, anyways, you could guess the rest. The point is, you probably don't want to be wearing your nipple piercings while you're playing hockey. As a man, I'm not going to debate who's got it worse when getting kicked in the junk. It feels like a lose-lose battle. No, I'll stand on business. Don't worry. Boys, getting kicked in the balls hurts more than getting kicked in the vagina, okay? I don't think that's a controversial take. Getting punched in the tits, though, probably also hurts really fucking bad, though. Especially during puberty, I can imagine. Screaming? Why are you screaming? Itchy bum? Is that what she said? I don't think it is, but... I mean, you ain't getting kicked in the balls every month for around 3 for around 3 days. Oh, you're talking about your period? Yeah, see previous comments about how angry I am at periods, okay? I'm with you, ladies. Actually, unironically, I dated a girl who had endometriosis. Or at least she said she did. And, that shit looked horrible. She had to take, like, pain meds and basically sleep through the worst point of her period every month. It was terrible. So, I do empathize a little bit. Legs are a little small there. Youch! I heard the Tom and Jerry scream when you did that. I don't know why, Kim Do. That's just how I read it. That's exactly how it should be read. Good, good. Kicked in the balls once in your life versus periods every 3 months for 3 days? Come on, bro. What? What do you mean, shut up, Snack? What did I say? I'm defending you. I feel bad for you. Glad, I'm with you. You can't see it right now. My fist is raised, okay? I'd kneel if it wouldn't fuck up my audio. Okay, I'm with you. There's nothing that brings me more pain than a woman suffering. Do you know what this reminds me of? A specific instance where I was kicked in the balls. What I've done wrong in that situation was interrupt a girl who was getting into a fight with another guy and was blocking the elevator I wanted to go down. And therefore, I clearly deserve the kick in the balls. I think something about having an actual flashing weak point that everyone knows about, like a video game boss, actually sucks. I think you should have just been able to, like, drop that chick, dude. I'm serious. I really do think, like, if you go around just kicking people, you should be, like, you're open season, dude. Equality comes in all kinds of different colors. Next really is performative mail arc. I just told you you can punch women if they attack you first. Would you sell your Stanley Cup and donate the proceedings to the ladies? No, I don't even tip, dude. Do y'all ever stare at people and then just run at them at the mall for fun? No, dude. I haven't hung out in the mall since I was like 16. If I go to the mall, it's to buy shit. Also, you're starting to make me think you're not a grown man, okay? We are an 18 plus stream. Are you a FNAF animatronic? Trick question. A real ally would donate the Stanley Cup itself to a woman nearby because they love that shit. I don't think a woman wants to touch the Stanley Cup. The amount of stuff I've heard that, like, the fucking, like, that Stanley Cup's been, like, pissed in. They drink beer out of it constantly. It's probably been thrown up into. I don't think you want that cup, dude. Did not know this shit was 18 plus. I didn't read shit. I just clicked on the stream. I'll be back in 4 years. Oh my god, dude. What are you, 14? Sorry, Gibbo. We're gonna have to ban your ass. That's life. See you in the future, big dog. Mods, you know what to do. Oh, I didn't even get to finish my sentence. He's too quick. I don't know. I think we have an issue with YouTube where there's no way to age gate on YouTube. I don't really know what the obvious solution is to keep people out of stream on YouTube that are underage. Because it's, I've kind of noticed a lot of them tend to come from YouTube. I feel like the Twitch, like, etiquette is, like, a lot more obvious, whereas YouTube is just kind of a free-for-all with different age groups. It's a little bit more difficult to manage. I was talking about the widely available product, not the trophy. Can you find someone specifically for the time range that it takes for them to hit 18? Oh, ban someone for like 4 years or whatever? No, if people want to ban appeal, because there were some people that are like, I turn 18 in a month, and I'm like, all right, well, too bad. See ya. You can do a ban appeal. So that's usually how we treat it. People can do a ban appeal, but otherwise, no. There's no like. We're not age verifying, really. There's also no mention of 18 plus on your YouTube page. Well, I can't really put it on my... I do shorts, right? So I can't... like, my shorts aren't age-gated. The live streams are. I don't know... Let me look at the thing right now. How do I set that up on the live stream? Is there a way to edit it? I'm gonna have to look into that. Like, I could put it in the title. But I feel like that's a little... Because then the issue is, I think if I do that, YouTube's probably actually just going to not show my video ever. So I have to find, like, an alternative. I don't really know what the solution is. YouTube's a little tricky. Because I feel like people who use Twitch are just a little bit more, like, they know sort of the etiquette. But YouTube is, like, really just kind of anyone and everyone. When you ban someone on Twitch, does that actually prevent someone from watching the stream, or does it prevent them from chatting? It prevents them from chatting, but I mean, like, they can still watch. They just can't interact or, like, post, which is, you know, there's only so much we can do, guys. Like, the reality is, I'm not gonna lose crazy amounts of sleep over this, you know? There are settings for both. One says banned in chat, other makes you not able to load up stream. I have great experience in this particular topic. 2:30 a.m., time to get some sleep? Yeah, you're right. It's also time for me to wrap up stream. It's Friday, so we're doing the 3-hour mark. We're gonna wrap up. Let's look for somebody to raid into. We'll do someone new, I guess, because I still have a little bit of energy. I was having fun too. All right. We'll keep going another half hour. We'll keep going another half hour. Don't worry. Yay! Yay! Yeah, I just don't know what to do about the age gating for YouTube. There's a way to set your YouTube channel to only be mature content or like mature audio, but it's going to really like fuck me on YouTube. I don't really know that that's like the best approach. I just don't really know. I feel like we're just gonna have to fucking ban people constantly off YouTube. I can put in like the is there a stream description? Oh, there is a description. What does my description say right now? Stream health, stream settings, edit. Okay, I'm gonna add it. 18 plus stream. Okay, there we go. I've added it to the description on YouTube. That should hopefully help a little bit. You can make a separate page to stream versus uploading your shorts and content. Oh, like a Cat Snack Live or something like that as like an alternate YouTube channel. I've thought of doing that because the issue, the way YouTube works. And a lot of people say you should actually do that, because the way YouTube works is, once the algorithm sort of learns your content, it shows people content for stuff that you do regularly. But if you do shorts, a lot of the people that subscribe to you mostly consume shorts. Versus if you have long-form content, most people that subscribe to you mostly watch long-form content. And so it kind of fucks you when you put out a new video, and it circulates it to a mixed audience. You don't get as much of a good, like, algorithmic pickup, I guess, if that makes sense, but it's very interesting, the snack walking the tightrope line that's being 18 plus enough to that no kids are allowed, but not being 18 plus enough to show straight up the ass and titties. It's not like the 18 plus thing is more just so that I just don't want to fucking hang out with kids. That's all. Like, I just don't want a bunch of like teenagers in the chat. I think when we first started streaming, like, a year or two ago, or 2 years ago, when I first started streaming, we weren't age-gated, and then we eventually changed it, because I had so many issues with, like, just people coming in and having, like, the dumbest opinions, and then I was like, oh, you are, like, probably, like, actually, like, 14. Because they would just say shit that I'm like, really? I remember one time we were listening to rap, and I swear to God, it was like Kendrick Lamar. It was some sort of like generic hip hop, and the rapper said the N-word, and then somebody in chat was like, "Hey, that's racist, dude. You can't be like putting shit like that." I'm like, this has to be a kid. Like, this is no normal adult thinks like this. And so, like, there was shit like that, and then it's just, like, you don't want, like, a mixed audience of, like, I just prefer, it's just easier. Makes my life easier, because then I can just think of, I don't have to think about what I'm saying as much. Because it's, like, there's a completely different, like, expectation for my behavior if the expectation is that I'm talking to a room that potentially could have teenagers or kids in it, right? Like, I'm not going to be swearing as much. I'm probably not going to be saying as many edgy things. Because they're not going to... Like, if I say an edgy joke, or if I make, like, a sexist joke, or, like, a racist joke, or whatever, if I throw some edge in there, like, a kid is not going to pick up on the fact that I'm joking. And there's a whole context history there to, like, my personality and all that shit. They might just pick that up and think it's funny and start doing that shit. And I don't want that. I don't want to influence people in that way. So, you know... But I also recognize that it's the internet. There are limits to what you can do. I can't, like, stop kids from watching my content. But I can do the bare minimum on my part to sort of, restrict them, I guess. So that's sort of my philosophy on it, I guess. A little long. I'm 14 and this is a deep type beat? Yeah, exactly. We had a kid sending paragraphs in chat with ChatGPT before. Was that guy a kid? I thought he was just like English was like his second language or something. Yeah, he was 13? Oh, I don't remember that. That would make me so unreasonably angry. Yeah, it kind of did. Because I think I was new to streaming. And then I was like, while I was like, this was really early on. And I was like, man, is this what the internet's like? Like, do people genuinely think if I listen to, like, fucking, like, 50 Cent and he says the N-word, that I'm, like, being racist? Because I'm not, like, that chronically, I don't consume a lot of Twitch, so I don't know, like, my perception of Twitch chatters before joining Twitch was that they were all, like, unhinged lunatics or just, like, turbo woke. And I'm glad to report that everybody's relatively normal, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions around sort of people online and, like, online space and stuff. Now, there is definitely a liberal skew, but I don't think it's, like, as bad as people online let it on to be. At least not in my community, but maybe I filter for a certain type of person. Now, so when that happened, I was like, dude, is this gonna be like a regular thing? Where I have to worry about what kind of music I play? Luckily, that wasn't the case, but... The only thing a kid could do to make me angry is say how Neon Genesis, oh my god, Evangelion is crap and literally unwatchable. Well, I played the 5th on that one. I only watched the first, like, 10 episodes, and I was like, this shit's boring as fuck, Damon. And I stopped. And everybody I tell that to, they're like, dude, episode 11 is when it gets good, dude. You have to keep watching after episode 11. I'm like, bro, if 50% of your show is mid, the show's just mid. Sorry. Yeah, it is? Okay. Alright. To be honest, I'm surprised we don't get more people who don't straight up lie. I mean, the thing is, I feel like kids are stupid. They're just gonna be honest. And I do kind of respect the fact that they're honest. Like that last dude, fucking, what was his name? Gubo or Gibbo? That guy, like, the fact that he was transparent about it, I respect that, you know? I don't know if he necessarily knew he was gonna get fucking insta-nuked. But the ones that do know they're gonna get insta-nuked and then they still come clean, I respect it, dude. You know? It shows maturity on their part. Normally, like, if I was 14, I would just not say shit. To be quite honest, 14-year-old me would just not say shit. Guaranteed, I would just lie. Or just not say anything. This foot, like, still feels weird to me. Merry belated Christmas, Snack and Co. What up, Queen? How you doing, dog? What'd Santa bring you? No, I'm gonna be real. There's definitely very unhinged people in chat. Like, we make jokes and everything, but I think you do a solid job of moderating the community, whereas if you don't do that shit, you could easily get a crazy stalker. Yeah, for sure. Like, I recognize that. And I'm very cognizant of the fact that, like, you know, especially with the way I know, okay, look, I've had issues my whole life where I'm very hyperbolic when I speak, and I tend to speak in ways that can be really offensive, I guess, in ways that I don't mean them to be. Or sometimes I just feel like the things I say sometimes offend people. In my personal life, it's been an issue. And so I'm very cognizant that my tolerance for what's acceptable on the internet or just in conversation is very different than the average person. And so I do my best to not let people step too far past that. But Vox, the V67. What up, Vox? How you doing over on YouTube? Best gift was a pair of all black shoes I've been wanting for years. This is definitely the most laid back Christmas I've ever had, though. What brand shoes? I got fucking black Timbs like last winter because it was cold as shit, and I've been using I was using my Nikes and I was slipping everywhere. Trust me? What am I trusting you on, Vox? That makes me nervous. Soon I will be God. Okay, well, when you're God, can I get into heaven? Can I get an express VIP ticket, dude? Can you hook your boy up? Are we talking God, or are we talking just like God of something? Greek style or Christian style? What are we working with here? Okay, I don't think this leg is like terrible. I just feel like the foot needs a better shape. Black D-Light Skechers. They're cute, I swear. Black D-Light Skechers. I'm gonna look that up. Black D-Light Skechers. Black D-Lights. These look like, they look like working shoes, you know? Vox, my Twitch chat is asking you if you can lower RAM prices, since you're God. I will be God and King of Hell. Muahahahahaha. That's what Vox is saying to you guys right now, chat. I have the white version from a few years ago, and they're great for everyday shoes. Skechers, to me, read as like, you know, I feel like Skechers is making a comeback. Because I feel like Skechers used to be like the dad shoe, you know? But now they're becoming trendy again. Ask him when he's God, can he get me a new PC? I need a better one for streaming. Vox, Jadu Arts over on Twitch wants to know if you can get him a new PC when you're God. Guys, who's better, me or Alistair? I don't know who Alistair is, so I'm gonna just default to saying you. Sure I can? Amen, brother. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Christianity got it wrong. This is the way you run a religion. You hear that, Jadu? Vox is hooking it up. They're a has-been hotel role player? Uh-oh. Are you a has-been hotel role player, Vox? It's okay if you are. I won't judge you. I'm a mouse with the occasional tits. If I was, I won't say the lines. Alright. Pleading the fifth, huh? I see. Smart move. Chad, he's not gonna say anything until he lawyers up. What's everybody's thoughts on Has Been Hotel? I've got mine. And I'm not telling you, but I want to know yours. I haven't seen the tits in a while. They were here earlier. We just like got rid of them because, well, I don't know. I was tired of having them out, I guess. $100%, 100%. Amen. This guy knows the system and divine intervention. What would be your first decree as God, Vox? But Alistair, ... I assume this is a has-been hotel character. Do we like him, Vox? Look, Vox, I'm your loyal servant. You tell me what you want, I say okay. You say shoot, I say who and where and when. Okay, I'm your weapon. All right. Do a jiggle. Oh shit, it jiggle. It jiggle. Is Has Been Hotel the one with the goth wolf furry? I think so, yes. Shoot the radio demon. It's funny, I have a buddy who made a short on Instagram about the radio demon guy. That's his name, Alistair. It was very popular. Does that look a little bit more... Yeah, it looks like a bit more balanced. Goth Wolf Furry is hell of a boss. Oh, my bad, dude. Has Been Hotel's very hit or miss. I like some things and hate others. I don't know. I watched a YouTube clip of it. And sorry if this offends you, Vox. I watched a YouTube clip of it. And the writing just struck me as like a 13-year-old wrote it. That's all it was. It was like non-stop swearing. And just like... It was just like wild to listen to. I don't think it's for me. Oh. Maybe the one I watched was Hell of a Boss then? Maybe. Maybe I watched a bit of both. I recognize all the characters. I just don't know any of the content that they're from. Oh, you're saying oh because of my mouse tits. Oh, yeah. Oh. Surprise. Alistair's weak. Right on, dude. What makes him weak? What makes you stronger than him? I do think this pose I kind of fuck with this pose, you know? It's like generic and front on, but it's like sorry, it's not generic. He's standing in a neutral pose the way that you would expect, but it's not like too generic, you know, which is what I like. There's a little bit of pizzazz to it. I think this foot should like almost be pointing off the ground, but I made a deal with him and now he is like I own his soul. I see. Oh, flat is back. Shit, my bad, dude. I didn't see nothing. My bad, dude. Guys, I'm bad at reading chat. I'm looking at 2 chats and my tablet right now, so give me a little break here, you know? Let me see what messages I missed. Has Been Hotel is very hit or miss, blah, blah, blah. Has Been Hotel is Crack Whore Spider. Okay. I assume that's a character. Do a full ep, you zoomer-brained excuse of a forest mice. Nah, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Dude, I'm too normie. I can't watch that shit. It's not for me. Alright? I get people liking it. It's not for me. Alright? And I recognize that. It's better for me to not watch it, because I think my opinions of some people who do watch it would change if I did. Because it's better for me. Alright? I want to like you guys. Ra, fa. Has Been Hotel is normie and it does animation. Has Been Hotel is the least normie thing ever. Has Been Hotel is like the farthest thing from normie. POV Alistair? Right. It doesn't jiggle. Somebody removed the do it jiggle. Unfortunately, we did flat his back. Also, how do you know that command? Alunamus. He's the sugar on the cream. I now have a Glock 19. Oh shit, I need to get Blitzo. Do your thing, big dog. Oh, Sinessa, what up? I thought you were Vox, sorry. It's hard to see the icons from here. I need to get Blitzo? What does that mean? I redeemed it? Where'd you redeem it? Oh, you did redeem it. Oh, shit. You are so right, and I'm so blind. I'm so sorry for that. It do jiggle. It do jiggle, and Lunamus. Also, I'm impressed that you're a first-time chatter with that many points. The fucking Captain Lurker, dude. Jadu, stop torturing the people spending their hard-earned points. Flat is back. Sorry, it was undone. The Lurker final boss. How you doing, Alunamus? I look like that robot. How? Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never seen Has Been Hotel in my life. Alright. This leg is a little wonky. I'm lurking, okay? I know you are. I should know it, dude. It's always nice to have a lurker pop out of the woodworks, though. It's nice because I don't like actually usually check my community tab because otherwise I miss a bunch of messages. Unfortunately, I can't like constantly look at who's lurking. But whenever somebody comes in that hasn't ever chatted before and does a big redeem, I'm like, oh shit, we got a fucking a legit lurker. Hell yeah. How have I never seen Has Been Hotel? I don't know, man. This 32 stream streak has given me too much power. Do a jiggle? It'd be jiggling, dude. It do jiggle. It do jiggle. Yeah, I mean, I think Boba probably still mogs you in points, Jadu. Mostly because you blow a lot of your points. And Boba's just like a little point mogger. Or a little point hogger, sorry. It all comes full circle. That's true. Full circle. Two full circles. Two big, round, plump, soft, full circles. It's just like there's something like really stiff about the bottom here. Who's better, the V's or Alistair? I don't know, dog. I'm gonna be real. I ain't into the non-stop has-been chit-chat. I just don't, I've never watched it. It's not really for me, you know? I glanced at YouTube chat and it's all caps. It is. Okay, let me say this. I'm scared. What do you got for me, Box? Mods, get ready. He's charging his fucking special right now. If my end of year wasn't so busy, I would have been VIP by now. Oh, no. I'm going to your TV. Grudgecore. No, Boba. No acquiring VIP through gambling. Because then one of you guys is just going to, like, gamble and get the video game redeem. And that's going to be no fun. Because the whole point of that redeem is to make people suffer. I think this boot needs a different shape. I'm going to have it. I'm going to go to your TV so I can have an army of TVs, dude. I have no clue what you're talking about. Choose heads or tails. Can we gamble on some random bullshit? No, because I know one of you guys is gonna rig it. I don't trust you guys. Okay, there's gonna be some insider trading going on. You guys are nice and you can moderate edgy conversations, but I don't have any trust in your ability to act ethically with gambling involved. Oh, you can buy VIP, I guess. That's fine with me. If you want to spend your points on someone else, fine. I mean, okay. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I gotta remember how to do this. I haven't VIP'd anybody in forever. Community, roles. Yeah, and my mother goons to ya. I'm honored. Tell your mother I know, because I was with her last night. How many R's in your name? One, but it's a W. Start me. The fuck? Chat, how the fuck do I do this? Dang, you set me up, dude. She gave me the alley-oop. I just had to bring it home. Add new. Okay. There you go. There you go, I figured it out. Oh my god. I don't know, man, you're the streamer? That's true, I am. Okay, chat, I told you guys a half hour ago that we were gonna do a half hour left. And I think it's time. It's time for me to wrap up stream. Let's find somebody to raid into. I said I was gonna do somebody new. Let's do somebody new. Aw, I'm sorry, dog. It's just Friday, you know? Let me find somebody new. Thanks for the stream, no worries. Starqueen only got her VIP for like 30 seconds. I guess she'll have to come back. That's the catch. No, 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 don't end, fuck, no! Sinessa, don't be sad, I'll be back tomorrow. If you want to know when I go live 5:30 p.m. on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. Monday streams, I'm a little bit of a flip-floppy guy, but also Sinessa. We do have a Discord where you can get live notifications and know when I'm going live next as well, if that's something that interests you. That being said, we are an 18 plus channel, so if you are not over the age of 18, please do not join the Discord. Please do not hang out or whatever, but if you are, that's the info. Alright, let's find somebody to raid out to. What's this person doing? Okay, we're gonna raid into this chick. Oops, that is not what I wanted to spell. I'll revel in it more tomorrow? Hell yeah, dude. Alright, guys, I appreciate you guys all popping in. I will catch you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You know the deal. If you're not in the Discord, get in there. What are you waiting for? What time would it be in the UK when you go live? I don't know. Maybe Jadu can answer that before I go offline. Jadu, do you know what time that is in UK time? I know you're from that area. He might have already turned off the stream. Like 8 p.m.-ish, I would guess? Okay, he says 8 p.m.-ish. Whatever the time zone difference is. It's 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you look up 12 p.m. EST, you can convert it to your time, and it should give you the right time. Anyways, I gotta raid out before this raid timer goes away. So I will catch you all tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Bye-bye.